Yes, yes, everybody, and welcome to High on Homegrown, the cannabis podcast from Percy'sGrowroom.com. I am Macky from the UK, and joining us this week, we have Dr. Margaret.
Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Margaret coming to you from Central Ontario, Canada, and it is a gorgeous summer day here today.
Oh, what temperatures you got?
It's like a perfect 25 degrees.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Oh,
Finally,
so nice.
Margaret, finally.
Yes. So nice.
Shit. The struggle is real, man. The struggle is real.
Is it windy, Margaret?
It's breezy. It's like
Okay.
kind of nice. Yesterday was very windy.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
It was
today,
windy for Billy yesterday as well, wasn't it, Billy? Billy, you want to say hello and all that shit? Tell us about the weather.
Yeah, hello and all that shit. The weather was like a cunt yesterday, mate. It's like 45 or more plus mile an hour winds and all that. Couldn't even fly a kite. It was too dangerous.
Really?
Yeah, so, yeah. Yeah, if you just walking the dog, it would have pushed you onto the other side of the road, probably in some parts of it.
Wow. If you're
I
a
don't
pussy.
think you understand.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're a pussy, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Well, yes.
Exactly.
We got Smee here too. You want to say hi, Smee?
Hi, Smee.
It's me.
There we go. Yeah, didn't see that one coming. How original. Everybody laughed at the hilarious joke.
Oh my god.
Anyway. Do you want to give a proper introduction, Smee?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just tell him no. Go no. Fuck you. Go on.
No, right? Why should I?
Yeah,
Why should I?
you,
Get
man?
ridiculed no matter
All
what
that
sort
pressure,
of
he's putting all this
introduction I
pressure on you to be
Whoa.
like a
Every
professional,
week.
good introduction for him every week.
I know,
You
right?
should get him just tell him
I know.
to edit one from
Mister.
like a few weeks ago.
Well,
so
probably
people forgot
people
what
probably
it
can't
was.
even hear us anyway.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Billy's been
I'm
doing a
saying.
lot of coffee or cocaine today.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening right now.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, West Korea. Yeah, 19 degrees. Yeah, good. There you go.
Beautiful. Very
What?
monotonous and high-pitched at the same time. It's beautiful. What do you say, John? Show us the professional intro, John.
Hello, everybody. It's John from Minnesota. Just want to let y'all know it's a beautiful day here. We got sun. We got a little breeze. It's a 30C for you crazy people, and that's a 85 freedom units for the Americans.
Crazy
baby.
people. You mean the rest of the world?
Yeah, the rest of the world over
That's
there.
right.
Like, some strange.
It's not my
places
fault.
in
You
Middle
guys
Africa.
have,
Yeah,
you know,
I know.
problems. Okay.
If cavemen was to be around now, they'd think we was crazy because we're so intellectual compared to them. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know about that.
No, don't know about that
That's
either.
pushing
I
it.
don't
a bit.
know about
That's
that.
pushing it. That is,
Well,
mate.
some of us,
Yeah.
you know, some of you, not not us,
Mhm.
obviously.
God.
Hot today, savants. You got to be hot down
Anyway.
there today too. Shit.
Mm.
The good weather's coming back. Since everybody was complaining last week, like, oh, it's too hot, it's raining so much. Fuck, oh man, people complain about this shit. And you remember what I said? It was on the show, and I was like, you shut your fucking dirty mouth. All these people complaining about the beautiful
Yeah.
fucking weather. It's just rained since every single day. I want to paint my shed. Can't paint the shed because it's been raining every fucking day. Jesus.
I mean,
We've got some weeds
Now
I
who's
need killing
bitching
on the
about it?
driveway. Can't do that
You know what I mean?
because you can't spray it and then it rains on the shit and washes it all away. You got to do it on a day there's no rain. There's been rain every single fucking day. Jesus, man. It's over now. We had our summer a couple of weeks ago for about 3 days. That's it now. Done. And everybody just complained about it the whole time. Shit.
I hear a lot of whining going on. Margaret.
Sorry,
I don't know if
trigger.
It's
that-
just
I
intermittent
know.
now.
I know.
One day
Triggered.
it'll be good, next day it'll be crap, next day it'll be
Yeah.
mid-inling, then it'll be good again.
Everybody on the
Big
island
crap,
has it
good.
so tough.
Oh my goodness.
Shots fired.
Yeah, shots fired. Jesus. Anyway, Christopher in the chat says around 100 F this weekend. Nobody knows what that is. Nobody knows what you have to
Actually,
speak.
I
That's
did look it
35C.
And
100
there
feathers.
are 5 other countries that share Fahrenheit
Is it
exclusively.
as
with
many as
temperature
5? I
around-
thought it was only 2. What are they, Margaret?
Ha!
They
Suck
would
it.
be Liberia, Marshall
Yes!
Islands, United States Virgin Islands, Micronesia, and the Cayman Islands.
Yeah,
Wow.
take that.
Yeah, take that, John.
Other-
that isn't a
other
win for you.
people-
Did you hear
Other
those
people
countries,
that
John?
understand temperature based on being a human being, not
Wow.
on water. Okay.
Wow. So what? There's like what is it?
Oh, water
180
freezes at
different
0
countries out there.
C.
180
Water does
different
freeze at
countries
0
at
C.
least. And you can pick
Yeah.
5 out that does Fahrenheit? Jesus.
Well, 6 if you include the US of A.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
can we just let's do an analogy here for a second. So are you saying that because there's such a small number of people with a higher IQ that those people are
John, no,
That's a
John.
stretch.
You know, you.
I'm
you,
just
you
saying,
could not say
you
that
make
with a
it
straight
sound
face,
like-
John.
Not
you
not
make it
understanding.
sound like a small number means that it's worse. When in fact sometimes it means that it's better.
No.
Right.
Mhm.
Sure,
Yeah.
John. Sure.
I mean,
If I was to
Uh-huh.
create a
Listen.
scale, where there was 2 opposites, i.e., a hot
it would
and a
use
cold,
grams all the time.
I would have the neutral part at 0, and then if it's cold, go minus the 0, and if it's hot, go plus the 0.
Isn't that essentially what
Well, it
Fahrenheit
does
is?
say-
Sounds like
That way.
Fahrenheit.
that
Sounds
does
like-
sound like
does-
Fahrenheit, John.
No, that's
It
Celsius.
does say that the scale, like one of the reasons why it was more successful, and maybe this explains, like backs up your whole thing, John, is that it avoided negative numbers. And I can see how some people might struggle with like working with negative numbers. So, you know.
Mhm.
I mean,
Especially
Yeah,
in those
stupid
countries.
people
Maybe
mentioned.
struggle
Stanley
that.
windows,
In the
eat
list.
crayons.
I get negative
Um,
60-degree temps here. I don't know what we're talking about.
This is what I'm saying. When you still get
Just saying.
negative numbers, then that is thingy.
Yeah.
You know?
Celsius.
And
for
that's
the
Listen,
what is
win.
it?
if I gotta
32
explain this again,
32 is your 0, right? 32F is
yes,
0C.
yes,
So you start freezing at 32F, so 35F
Yep.
is -1. Or well, minus a half because it's 2 Fahrenheit to 1 Celsius, right?
I mean, not
Ish.
quite.
Ish.
There's
Wow.
like a whole math to that.
Well,
This was a very interesting intro to the show here.
Listen,
You spent-
listen. Oh my Jesus! I'm not going to explain it to you again. Why? What?
It's
what the
okay,
difference
John.
is.
I never asked you to explain it to me in the first place.
Well, you had a dumb look on your face, like I don't understand it, and I'm like, I will
Sure I
tell you
did.
now.
that's just the way his avatar is all
That's
the
right.
time.
That's
It's
right.
my resting monk face.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Savan says your 40C is the same as our 40F. So what happened? What
Oh,
happened?
brilliant. Yeah, we can just remember that. You know what's easy to remember? 0, 100. That's what's
Minus 40
way
is the
crazy.
same as minus 40F. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Mace.
Yeah, but if it's 100C, you're already melted.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're dead.
But temperature doesn't just apply to us. It applies to
Well, the
other
100
things.
Again,
Excuse me.
Fahrenheit is for people. Okay, Celsius is
How
for
does
other
Fahrenheit?
things.
How does Fahrenheit even itself out by minus 40C then?
It's
'Cause if-
all in the math.
It's not
But
supposed
it-
to make sense, mate. That's why nobody
It
does
totally
it
doesn't
except
make
for the
sense.
USA.
If I was to start at 32 and go backwards, so it'd be 30, 31, 30, 29, etc., and I was
But
to start
that's not
at
how it works.
0 and go backwards, how does that not work that way? Things go down, right? So the
It's
number
not
Because-
supposed to make sense. The only people who do it is the
No.
USA and 5 other countries that they're forced
Yeah,
to do it.
yeah.
I know
Simple.
5 other countries,
They're
by
not
the way,
forced,
that I
they
have seen
choose it.
microbrews
Yeah, of
bigger
course
than.
not. Of course not.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Holy.
Anyway,
It's
now we're all a
not
little
right.
bit wiser when it comes to how to measure temperature. What are we all smoking on?
I'm a
this
bit more
week?
confused. I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. John, what have
Well,
you
let's
got?
discuss
John?
this. I'm about to fire up this Ariser Solo here, and I'm going to hit some purple Oreos.
Okay.
Nice.
Freshly cut down, so it's only like 2 days of being in a bag, so we're going
Oh,
to give it a
shit.
shot.
Let's do it.
Mm.
Smells phenomenal.
Yeah, it
You know
will
what I'm
do.
saying?
What do you have today, Dr. Margaret?
I have a bevy because I went to my fave
Ooh, a
dispo and picked up
bevy.
a few bevies yesterday, and I do
Nice.
actually have a little bit of lemon Z bubble hash.
Oh, you gonna hit
Oh.
that shit?
I have been hitting the hash a lot lately.
Oh my God, Margaret!
Nice. She's out of control.
You addict!
I know.
Sweet. What you got, Billy? You got some hash today?
No, just weed. No
Ooh,
hash today.
this is tasty.
Just reminds me. I have a ball of hash here. Hear that? That's a ball of hash.
Getting your balls out.
Margaret, have you been hitting the hash more because like you're drinking less? Like, is this what what are we doing?
Well, maybe that's true. So I find sometimes too hash
She doesn't have
make,
to explain
like,
herself to you, John.
That's also
I'm
true.
questioning
But-
it, goddammit. I'm just asking.
But I sometimes find that it makes me less paranoid. Like smoking weed can make me
Oh?
really paranoid very quickly. I'm not really sure why. And I've had somebody tell me before that maybe it's because there's fewer other plant material in, like when you're smoking hash.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I guess I've
Mhm.
never thought of it that way.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, you got
I need
Smee?
to look more into it, but
I have some hash with some blue cheese, weed, and some edibles.
Nice.
Okay.
nice.
Trifecta.
Beautiful.
Holy.
Beautiful. Yeah, man. I got some cannabis and some hashish as well in the mighty there. Very delicious.
Okay.
Yes,
That's
man.
just hit, man.
So anything else to cover here? Let's not talk about the temperature anymore. I'm sure we'll get back to that at some point.
Sometime.
not.
Maybe perchance.
It's a hot topic. Sure did.
Man, I heard somebody explain dad jokes the other day. Oh, I wish I could remember the whole fucking thing. It was hilarious.
Was it woman explained to you? Woman explained?
No, I don't think so. I don't think
It's not
so.
really a term.
I think it was a guy.
We need to
telling
make it one though,
why
Margaret. We've got to
dad
equalize
jokes come
this shit.
around. Oh,
If only
I
there
remember-
was an
It is a
issue.
term. It is a term. It's just called nagging.
Oh my god.
Right.
Apologies.
Holy
Defense
fuck!
of
Margaret's
what is
got a
known as
knife.
Weaponized incompetence, but we won't get into that either.
Holy
Jesus.
fuck!
Woo! Ooh, you get him, Margaret. You tell him. Tell him.
Oh, yeah.
And
Come
you
at me,
guys
bro.
thought Celsius versus Fahrenheit was fucking a
I
hard thing.
know.
Holy!
It's going to be a fun
Smee
smoke
just
break.
kicked it up a notch.
Hold on, everybody. We'll cover the news first. Let's do that.
Yeah.
So, man, we've got some crazy stories this week. Especially this one about an Australian woman. We won't do that one just yet. I think we should have Margaret go first. You want to go first today, Margaret?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
She wants to knock it out so she can hit some more hash.
That's right.
As long as it's the hash is hitting, not me, I'm good.
That's right. Well, just don't give me any reasons. Anyway, Vertanical secures FDA breakthrough designation for cannabis-based pain drug. Dun dun dun. Where are we here? The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has granted breakthrough therapy designation, or BDT, to Ver-1, the flagship full-spectrum cannabis drug from Munich-based Vertanical, putting it in prime position to become the first FDA-approved cannabis-derived medicine for pain, and only the second such approval since Epidiolex in 2018.
Wow.
Ver-1's, which is the drug in question here, FDA designation granted on the 18th of May 2026 is reserved for investigational medicines showing the potential for substantial improvement over existing therapies in serious conditions. While this does not mean Vertanical has now achieved FDA approval for its non-opioid treatment for chronic low back pain, it marks a significant milestone as the company prepares for marketing authorization in its first European markets within weeks. The timing comes just weeks after the U.S. officially moved medical cannabis to Schedule 3, recognizing cannabis treatment's medical benefits for the first time in its history. Ver-1's, yeah.
So the paragraph before that,
Yeah.
Did I hear that wrong? It marks a significant milestone as the company prepares for marketing authorization in its first European markets. So is that where they're sending it, or?
Well, it does say it's like Vertanical is a Munich-based, so Germany-based company. So why they're getting FDA approval?
Right.
Unless they want
That's why I was questioning it, right? Like,
unless they're looking to bring it to the U.S. market as well.
that could be yes. Okay.
The designation
sorry, just in the chat there, Christopher Morbely says it's illegal for the general public to grow or process any plant on Schedule 3. So the entire Schedule 3 BS screws the home growers, and I don't think it does. It just doesn't make any sense because it's been federally illegal for a long time, and if it's still federally illegal to grow because it's on Schedule 3, that doesn't matter to the states' rights, does it? Same way it doesn't matter now. You know what I mean? So I don't think that makes sense. I just wanted to clarify that bit there. Sorry, Mark, you want to carry on?
Yeah, that's okay. Let me just find my spot. In placebo-controlled study of 820 patients published in
that
Nature
all?
Medicine in September.
Jesus.
Yeah, a placebo-controlled study though of 820 patients,
Hmm.
which means I would imagine that some of them got a placebo and some of them got the real thing. Ver1 met its primary endpoint with effects sustained over the long term and significant improvements in sleep and physical function. A second
really?
head-to-head comparator study in the Elevate trial across 384 patients in Germany, the Czech Republic, Poland, and Spain found that Vera1 delivered superior pain reduction and better gastrointestinal tolerability compared with opioids, with no evidence of dependence or withdrawal. We believe Vera1 has the potential to change how chronic pain is treated and offer physicians a much-needed non-opioid solution, said Dr. Clemens Fisher, Chief Executive Officer of Future Group and the founder of Vertanical. Across the Atlantic, Vertanical is also on the verge of launching its breakthrough treatment in European markets, which the company says is expected within weeks. Once Germany grants approval as an authorized medicinal product, the EU mutual recognition procedure provides the route to broader continental access. Ver1 will be marketed under the name Exilby and has been 7 years in development at a cost exceeding $250 million. That's a lot.
Holy.
Wow.
With Epidiolex, Jazz Pharmaceuticals market-leading CBD treatment for rare epilepsies, generating approximately $100 million in annual sales. Vertanical is targeting a significantly larger market with a chronic low back pain treatment, which affects an estimated 500 million people worldwide.
That's all? Like, I feel like that is a low number.
I mean, like, how many of you have low back pain?
Me?
Yeah.
I do.
Fucking,
Yeah.
you
So
know
if
what
a
I'm
panel
saying?
of 5, it's 3 out of 5. In
Sure,
the
Billy
US,
does too.
right? Okay, 4 out of
Hmm.
5.
What?
Smee?
Who's the one
Yeah,
who doesn't?
yeah, I
Who
have
doesn't
back
have
pain.
back pain?
Yeah.
Smee.
No,
Smee
I
has
have
back pain.
Oh, okay. Well, we all do
Yeah.
then.
We're all fine.
Chronic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It must have been the cannabis. It's the only relatable thing. With
Yeah,
cannabis
it's the
gives people
only
back pain.
connection.
It's 100% proof.
Right.
Wait. It's because mine's out of date. Oh, my word.
Oh, it's out of date.
It's
Oh,
the out of date cannabis.
shit. Sorry, Margaret.
Okay.
No, that's okay. Although I would be really curious about like the cost of this drug in some ways
Right.
versus like, I don't know, growing your own and
Oh, yeah.
administering it in other ways, like normal.
Mhm.
But anyway, in the US, Vertanical has initiated an additional pivotal phase 3 study to satisfy FDA requirements, with a first data readout expected in 2027 and an NDA planned for 2028, subject to positive results. More than 60 million Americans suffer from chronic pain. 1 in 5 patients with acute pain are still prescribed opioids for want of alternatives. The BDT also carries a specific implication that has received little attention and wider rescheduling coverage. At Cannabis Europa London last week, speakers with direct regulatory experience drew a distinction that matters for any European company watching the US market develop. Speaking at the event, Sapphira Galoob, executive director of the US Cannabis
Fucking 9.
Roundtable, explained that the April order covers 2 categories: FDA-approved drugs containing cannabis and products regulated under state-licensed markets. There's really only one true cannabis-derived drug that the FDA has ever approved, which is Epidiolex, says Jonathan Havens, who co-founded the cannabis law practice at Saul Ewing and served as regulatory counsel at the FDA before entering private practice. Synthetic analogs such as Marinol and Syndrose are also already Schedule 3, he noted, but not derived from the cannabis plant. Ver1's NDA pathway accelerated by the BDT is a route to joining Epidiolex in that first category. FDA-approved Schedule 3 medicines qualify for standard hospital formularies, insurance reimbursement negotiations, and prescribing by any licensed physician without the compliance architecture that state license operators must navigate. There's a further commercial dimension that rescheduling has opened, though it remains incomplete in practice. Galoob noted that under U.S. law, medical cannabis products can now be exported. Havens also noted that the DEA's final order contemplates imports and export for registered producers, importers, and exporters, but the registration portal has only just opened, and the first wave covered dispensaries only. Goes on for a little bit more. I don't know if there's anything. Oh, I'm going to read this paragraph. The Ver1 is a standardized full-spectrum extract from the proprietary cannabis sativa strain DK127L, containing a defined mixture of cannabinoids, terpenes, and bioactive compounds, including cannabigerol, I can never say that right, CBG, beta-caryophyllene, bisabolol. These are both terpenes. It is
I got to give you a
administered.
3 on those ones.
Thanks.
Not impressed. Not impressed.
It is administered orally as liquid drops. Vertanical is explicit that its findings cannot be extrapolated to other cannabis extracts or prescribed flower products. Interesting.
I want to know more what's in it.
Well, it's
Yeah,
probably
you know, it doesn't say anything like that, does it?
a
I don't trust a
proprietary
fucking
blend.
thing that's made like this. You know what I mean?
You
What's
don't trust
the filler?
strain DKJ127L?
But now you say
I
it like
mean,
that. Yes, I do.
If you just give me that,
Yeah.
don't put a bunch of other shit in
That
it, is what I'm
contains
saying.
the defined mixture of cannabinoids, terpenes, and bioactive compounds, including CBG, beta-caryophyllene, and bisabolol. Bisabolol. I don't know how to say that one.
No, it's two
And
this time. Gosh, Margaret.
bioactive compounds. What are those? Just those? It just says including, so it could be more things. Like,
Would they
this
be
is what I'm talking about.
like the flavonoids and all the other stuff that
I don't
happens to
know.
be in cannabis?
Maybe.
I don't know, but I can make that at home.
But this is,
And
you
I know
think
what's
they,
in it.
You think they would be able to tell you what's in this shit? Because this is the problem when it goes for like actual medical cannabis, for lack of a better way of putting it. Like it's in a pill, and it's consistently the same every single time. Like if you take
Right.
paracetamol, then it's the same shit every pill you take, and they need to have something similar with cannabis. But they could tell you what percentage of what is in a paracetamol pill, so they should be able to here tell you how much THC, CBD, CBG, all these different things that are inside this pill should be able to be laid out, because it's going to be consistent across each pill. But they haven't done
I
that.
wonder if they don't, because it well, then you can start a company and make that exact same one. You know,
Well, they might have
using
patents,
the same
right?
things.
Yeah.
Like if this is patented, then
Surely
I mean, maybe
would
they
do
could
that.
tell you what it is, but you can't. Doesn't it protect their intellectual property rights or whatever?
Right.
And their proprietary blend.
Proprietary.
Interesting.
I mean, you see that a lot in like the natural health care like industry or whatever, those proprietary blends, which often means who the fuck knows what you're buying.
Right. Also, can I say that they only found, where is that number again? 384 patients across 4 countries to do the second head-to-head study.
Wow.
Like what? 4 countries, and you only grabbed 384 people.
6,400.
I feel like we could pump those numbers up.
That study from.
I'm like $250 million. Like what? That's a lot of money to spend on what is in the end like drops. Like it's a liquid.
Yeah, and I don't understand the really only one true cannabis derived drug products that the FDA has ever approved.
Well, because they're talking like the Epidiolex, but I guess
so
if you've heard of Marinol, I have heard of that. I guess
Yeah.
they don't make it from cannabis.
I thought it was
Well, this is what I was
cannabis-based as
thinking,
well. Yeah.
and this is what I was saying. It's FDA approved, but it's not actually. Well, it's cannabis derived, but how much cannabis is in this drug?
That's what I'm saying. This goes back
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
what I was talking about. What's
And-
the filler?
Exactly.
Like, are they
When
doing this just
you
because it
can
makes it easier for
take it direct
doctors
from the
to
plant, and it'd be
prescribe?
so much.
Probably.
Could be, and
Is it-
also get money. Like,
Well, yeah.
you know what I mean? It's just like any other drug when they do it this way.
Yeah, somehow it's kind of shitty in a way because it feels like if it gets approved, which it probably will, they're like it's easy for any prescribing licensed physician to like start prescribing this stuff because it'll be some kind of standardized thing, I guess.
But that's
Real,
if they
how
want
different
to.
is that like from any other like going to your doctor and being like, I use weed, can we talk about this?
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh
Yes.
no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to talk about
That's what I'm
that.
talking about. Well,
think
that's because
maybe-
we
do
don't
you
know
think
what's in
maybe
your weed,
because-
but we know exactly what's in this. That's what they're gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe they're doing it this way because they don't want people to say come to like you, Margaret? Do you know what I mean? They
Don't go
want
to
people to go to
dispensary,
the
don't- yeah.
actual doctor. Don't go to the people that know about it, but go to your doctor. Do you know what I mean?
And you better not make it yourself or grow it yourself, because
Well,
who
yeah,
knows what would happen.
exactly.
Right.
But to be honest with you, Margaret, if I was looking for any advice when it came to taking marijuana medically, marijuana, I said it because I am the bad guy now.
Marijuana.
I'm the bad guy now. If I want to take it medically, I'd probably come and see you guys before I went to see my doctor, because I honestly feel like you guys know far more than my doctor knows about it.
Right.
We
Mm.
probably do.
And
Like,
this
I
is,
don't think
I
they get
think,
much education on it. It's like no shade on
Exactly.
doctors, but they don't
no,
really
no,
cover that
They
But
don't-
they
much.
it's not a
don't get
shade on
education
doctors.
on it.
But
Yeah.
I think that's what they don't want to happen. I think they don't want people not going to the doctor anymore, even though it takes you 20 weeks to get into a doctor now. But I think
our
they don't want people going to, your mom and pop stores,
Mhm.
I
They
just
want
think
the
that's-
money. They want all the pie.
Exactly, yeah. Because then all of a sudden, if the FDA say, for instance, the FDA approves marijuana as a drug you can use, say marijuana again because I'm being the bad guy right now, a drug that you can use as something for pain and stuff like that, then what would stop people from going to see someone like you, Margaret, or someone like John, who have
Mhm.
growing,
Right.
you've got a couple of plants in your front garden, John. So if I saw that, rather than go to my doctor, I'd come and see you. I
What-
see that you grow.
What
cannabis,
did you
mate.
call
The front
Yeah.
yard, Smee.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
it?
sorry.
It's my
You're gonna-
backyard, goddammit.
You've got a couple of plants growing in sight.
Yep.
And if I saw those, I'd probably come over to you and say, oh, well, I'd speak to you about it more than I would my doctor, because
Right.
you obviously know your stuff. I'm just
Yeah, at a
wondering
feel
certain
whether or not-
point, it's
Oh, yeah.
like talk to your doctor and let them know that you're using cannabis, because sometimes there might be like contraindications or
Right.
whatever. But beyond that,
Yeah, it can interfere with
So-
other medicines as well.
yeah.
How,
Yeah, yeah.
What are you saying,
how
John? And then we'll
has
wrap
it
this one up and move
changed-
on.
How has it changed in Canada, Margaret, for doctors since you guys have been legal so long and such? Are the doctors more open to talking about it and offering that versus
think
me having to just go in and be like, yeah, I want to be on this now. Will you tell me if I can?
I think it really depends on the doctor. Like I have a new
Okay.
family doctor and he's pretty young and he is very open-minded, very
Right.
willing to talk about it and
But-
stuff.
But my question is,
But-
since like say he was a new doctor, right?
Mhm.
He just started his practice. He's only been out of college and stuff for so long.
Mhm.
Have they been implementing that, I guess, like in Canada for doctors and being like, hey, everybody, this is a thing now. Let's do a little, talk about what happens if somebody comes in and wants to talk to you about using cannabis. That's kind of my
don't know.
question, right? Like, has
Yeah.
it changed at all, or are they still just running the same shit at the medical colleges?
I suspect it's still pretty much the same stuff at the medical colleges. And like my doctor was probably a little more willing to talk to me about it because he kind of knows what I do, like that I have this podcast
Right.
and stuff. Would he bring that up with a patient coming in with no experience at all? It's
You doubt it?
unlikely to me, unless somebody asked specifically about it. But
Right.
then I talk to a lot of people too whose doctors are like not open-minded about it at all. And like this guy is pretty much just finished residency. My old doctor retired. He took over the practice. It's like his first. So he
Right.
is young, but like I mean a lot of old doctors are just they don't even want to bother.
No. Right.
I'm like I got a whole
Okay.
suite of drugs I can prescribe you. Let's just go there.
Yeah.
So speaking about this whole cannabis medicine thing, there has been some other changes. You want to talk about? Is it your article, Billy? About yeah, I think it's on one of those foreign sites you use.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Yeah, from one of them funny foreign sites, mate.
Yeah, that don't speak the Queen's
Oh.
English.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, neither do most of the people now, do they? But that's another subject. So, right. So, in basic oncological research, cannabinoids are moving closer to the question of whether they can meaningfully complement classic chemotherapy. But a new meta-analysis from Budapest and PEX has systematically evaluated the preclinical data on CBD and THC in several types of cancer and comes to a clear conclusion. Consistent anti-tumor effects are observed in glioblastomas and in breast cancer.
Glioblastoma. Brain cancer.
Glio, yeah, brain cancer, tumors, brain tumors to be precise, and breast cancer. So, whilst at least supporting evidence exists for lung and prostate cancer as well. So, the study was published in the Journal of Pharmaceuticals. So, what it showed was researchers from the Samuel Weiss University in Budapest
4.2.
and the University of PEX have evaluated preclinical studies on cannabinoid therapies across the different cancer modules. So the authors described their work as the most comprehensive systemic synthesis of preclinical evidence to date on any anti-tumor effects of cannabinoids. So the central statement is that CBD and THC can reproductively inhibit tumor growth in cell.
Reproducibly.
So reproducibly inhabit tumor growth in cell culture and animal studies, but with significant different profiles. So I think the reproducibly is a reduction. It causes apoptosis is the word for it, which means cancer basically eats itself. So instead of eating you and getting bigger, it eats itself and gets smaller. That's the best way to, So the quantitative effects are specifically quantified in the study paper. In brain tumor models, the cannabinoid treatment reduced the mean tumor by a volume of 980.58 cubic millimeters. And well, that's out of 1,000, isn't it then?
Isn't that a lot?
Yeah, 980
well,
out of 1,000 is quite a lot,
That's
isn't it?
quite
Yeah.
a fucking lot, isn't it?
Yeah. So in breast cancer, the reduction was 402. So, and in combination with the standard chemotherapeutic agent doxorubicin,
Margaret?
I lost the spot.
We need your help, Margaret.
doctor.
I don't know where it is.
I can't highlight it.
Doxorubicin.
Doxorubicin? That sounds pretty close.
Yeah.
Rubicin?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
Doxorubicin?
totally lost.
I'll get a 9 for that. I'm giving myself a 9 for that.
Okay.
She's hitting the hash, everybody. She's done reading her story.
Right. Yeah, give me a break. Give me a break over here.
Oh, sorry, Billy.
Okay, carry on. Key finding on the meta-analysis concerns the difference between the two known cannabinoids after evaluating the data. CBD shows the broadest and most favorable profile with its consistency, efficiency, across multiple tumor types.
Efficacy.
Sorry. Yeah.
Holy fuck, I feel like
In
I'm in English
contrast,
class.
THC causes higher variable effects depending on the model, the dose, and the tumor line. This does not rule out the oncological role of THC, but makes it clear that standardizing the dosage is more challenging than with CBD. So it's a mixture. So you might need higher doses of THC or lower ones than with others, if you know what I mean. So some you have cancers, you'd have to be more aggressive with THC, basically.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. This places Hungarian working growing chain of it. Also, that would mean that THC wouldn't work with all cancers as well, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this places Hungarian working growing chain of evidence that has become steadily denser in recent years. As early as 2021, a study from Israel showed that the CBG can stop the growth of the cells as well. Another study from 2026 documented how CBC and CBG enhance the antibacterial effect of the silver 64-fold. Pharmaceuticals meta-analysis consolidates this line and takes a quantitative assessment. So basically, use the whole plant extract. They're saying that all the CBGs and so I assume the CBC, CBGNs, the lot like will all work. The entourage effect.
That sentence there is fucking crazy because silver has like antibacterial properties, silver on its own, the metal silver. And that
Mhm.
it says that another study from 2026 documented how CBC and CBG enhance the antibacterial effects of silver 64-fold. That's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, so a
So if
single
you
drop of
combine
silver,
them with silver, it's gonna make it better.
Wow.
64 times more effective. Yeah, so like, so you'd need a tiny drop.
That's crazy.
That's kind of huge, right? Like
Mhm.
64,
64 times. Yeah, it's not like a
not
couple.
10.
But,
Massive.
Like fucking- Wow.
If you was a
man.
farmer, and all you had to do was add a couple of drops to get 64%, fold more
Yeah.
crops, be no fucking brainer, wouldn't it?
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. So the strength of evidence varies significantly depending on the type of tumor as well. The most robust data is available for the brain tumors. It's particularly aggressive form of brain tumor with a poor prognosis. Cannabinoid treatment reduced tumor volume most consistently in this case as well. Also in breast cancer, effects show that a big sort of statistical significance, so it's like at least half almost, especially in combination with established chemotherapy as well. Lung and prostate cancers provide supporting but more heterogeneous data, so it's more sporadic. I suppose it's harder to collect the data as well, if you know what I mean, in them with these sort of cases. But obviously, I know it worked for me, so I'm one of them cases.
Yep.
The researchers emphasise that not every cannabinoid chemotherapy combination is automatically beneficial. In some models, the combination was neutral. In rare cases, even slightly antagonistic as well. Clinical transmissibility therefore requires a careful preclinical preliminary examination of the specific drug combination. This caution corresponds to typical maturity levels of research field that still has the step of basic research and controlled clinical trials ahead. What does a study mean? It means that patients with active cancer, the changes that are little but short term. The preclinical data do not replace controlled clinical trials, and no reputable guideline will be recommended on cannabis therapy. Even though it had a large success with brain tumors, they're still not going to recommend it, basically.
Right.
Madness.
It's so stupid.
That is kind of
Yeah.
crazy. I just had to
Just
put out an
proper
episode
cunts,
about.
innit? Yeah.
I interviewed a woman who wrote a book about cannabis and cancer. That was pretty interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Very
a lot
nice.
of lot of success with also using like acidic cannabinoids as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just sort of
Okay.
goes on to say that like doctors now have something to point to and can maybe start using it if they wish, and then more studies, blah 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 blah.
That is the problem right there. What you just said. If they wish.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
if you
they
wish.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if they wish. So yeah, they're not really good. Some doctors will talk about it, others won't even bring it up. So you got a dude there with brain
Right.
tumor, and they're not even going to
Mhm.
speak to you. So oh yeah, this had like a 90% success rate, but I don't like that, so I'm not going to tell you about it.
Right.
So what the fuck?
But here, put these pills in your mouth.
Yeah, innit? Eat these.
You know,
I'm getting
read
a nice
this book
kickback.
of what could
Yeah.
happen to you.
Yeah, have some chemotherapy. What's that? Oh, don't worry about the radiation. That's just normal.
Yeah. Don't worry
Yeah.
that you can't be around your kid for a week.
Yeah, innit?
Yeah.
Oh, your hair, don't worry. Being bald is fucking like.
Is that what they say?
cool
You can't be
now.
around people for a week if you have chemotherapy?
Yeah, my daughter, when she
Yeah.
had her treatments, she couldn't be around her son for like a week.
Fuck say.
Mhm.
You're radioactive.
Shit, bro. Fuck.
So
Yeah,
you're
you're like
if
literally
radioactive.
radioactive.
Yeah, so yeah,
Jesus, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
So crazy
That's
shit,
fucked.
man.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, some
Don't
good
take
news at the fact
don't
that,
take the cannabis though. That's dangerous.
Right.
but also
Exactly.
don't take it because it's
Yeah.
dangerous. There you go. It's consistent with tumor. But
Right.
don't take my word for it. Being a survivor.
And I see statistics and shit saying that chemotherapy kills 50% of the people who fucking do it.
Oh, it's really hard on the body.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
fucking
gives
terrible,
yeah,
man.
it gives a lot more people side effects in the future as well.
Well, because it doesn't just target either the cancer
right.
cells.
No, they don't just
there's all
break
kinds
the
of
cancer
stuff.
cells down. It destroys all your cells slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've just got to try and manage how many they do at once, hoping that the
Mhm.
cancer cells die along with it.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times too,
crazy.
from when I interviewed this woman, she was like, if you are opting for something like chemotherapy, cannabis can also, support that treatment as well, make things better.
Who was the
Mhm.
person you spoke to, Margaret? What interview?
Her name is JJ O'Brien, and she wrote a book called High Hopes for Healing.
Right.
And she
Was
is
that-
herself
was that
a
a while
cancer
ago?
survivor. No, this one, I just had this episode come out.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Cool. Check it out, everybody. Go
Well,
check
now I
out
gotta
that
go. Now I
interview.
gotta go watch it, Margaret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
just holding back on us, Margaret.
I know
Today.
she
I don't
doesn't tell us anything
understand.
anymore because we keep
God
hassling
damn.
about the other show. You know?
Yeah? Holy.
Where's the other show, Margaret?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so interesting. Some good studies being done. Hopefully, more to come in the future. But let's see what
Yeah, yeah.
changes things. You want to talk about yours now, John? This some
Sure.
changes with the laws and shit.
More stuff about what's to maybe come here in November that nobody wants to have happen.
Do you think
So,
it's gonna happen?
anyways,
What do
I-
you think?
I still feel like something like this, what we're going to talk about, I think, is going to happen. I really do think that they're going to come up with something to kind of either pause it or not have it take effect.
Hopefully.
So yeah, hopefully. I mean, that's my hope. But we're getting real close to that timeline, though. It's creeping up real fast. So yeah. Anyways, the White House pushes Congress to keep hemp CBD products legal by amending broadband that's set to take effect later this year. We're just going to keep talking about this until later this year. The White House is making it clear that President Donald Trump wants Congress to take action to amend a law that threatens to federally recriminalize hemp-derived full-spectrum CBD products in November. See, he wasn't really pushing for that. Okay, but that was the rest of them. Anyways, the administration welcomes the opportunity to work with the Congress to, at a minimum, update the statutory definition of final hemp-derived cannabinoid products to allow Americans to benefit from access to appropriate full-spectrum CBD products. The Office of Management and Budget said on Thursday, while preserving the Congress's intent to restrict the sale of products that pose serious health risks. The call to avert a broad prohibition on hemp CBD products was included in a statement of administration policy about an annual agricultural spending bill that passed the House of Representatives the same day. Several lawmakers had filed amendments to that legislation to keep hemp products legal, but each was either blocked by the House Rules Committee from advancing to a floor vote or withdrawn by its sponsor. I don't know. I mean, if they're withdrawing them, it must be because they're seeing something in theirs that, like, the committee didn't like, I'm going to assume. I wish I knew who was on this committee, man. The administration supports advancement of this legislation, but looks forward to addressing its concerns prior to enactment. OMB said in its statement of administration policy, the administration looks forward to working with Congress to provide more input as the bill's legislative process unfolds. The Senate Appropriations Committee was set to take up its version of the fiscal year 2027 agriculture spending bill on Thursday, but that meeting was canceled amid disagreements on unrelated issues. Hemp derivatives with less than 0.3% delta-9 THC on a dry weight basis were federally legalized under the 2018 Farm Bill that Trump signed during his first term in office, but late last year, he signed new legislation containing provisions that will redefine hemp to make it so only products with 0.4 milligrams of total THC per container will remain legal after November 12. So I guess that means I don't know how to take that there. I mean, 0.4 milligrams isn't much. So like, well, I'm just because they use percent in the beginning and then it's down to milligrams. So the milligrams part would really limit it, I guess, compared to 3% or 0.3%. Because you could have something like, say, a concentrate that has 0.3% in it, which is probably quite a bit more than 0.4 milligrams. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of confusing when they use both of those, but yeah. So in April, the president himself urged congressional lawmakers to again redefine hemp to avoid recriminalization of full spectrum CBD products. I am calling on Congress to update the law to ensure that Americans can continue to access the full spectrum CBD products that they have come to rely on and that help them while preserving Congress's intent to restrict the sale of products that pose health risks. Trump said in a Truth Social post on the same day, his administration announced it is moving forward with rescheduling cannabis. We we must get this done right and fast, especially for those who saw that CBD helps them, he said. Plus, I am told it will also help our great farmers who we love and will always be there for. Of course.
Why do they capitalize these words? Why have they done that?
I don't know. Maybe because he was like emphasizing it
No.
when he was saying it, you know? But I mean, like, that's a big thing. Like, at the I mean, that last part of it is a big thing. That's where it's going to affect people's jobs and people's incomes and stuff. Because there's a lot of farmers that are going to be like, oh shit, I can't do anything now, you know? So industry advocates say that the law as enacted last year not only threatens to prohibit intoxicating and synthetic cannabinoid products, but also stands to remove popular full spectrum CBD products that many Americans use therapeutically from the market. 1 in 5 adults used it in the past year, and many say it improved their chronic pain enormously, the president said in his social media post, adding that hemp-derived CBD has made a huge difference for so many people. I know why they did that one. He also referenced a new initiative the administration launched in April to cover up to $500 worth of hemp-derived products each year for eligible Medicare patients. The program being implemented by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services focuses largely on CBD, but also allows products that have up to 3 milligrams of total THC per serving. In December, I signed a very important executive order calling for research and innovation for hemp-derived CBD, Trump said. Our wonderful Dr. Mehmet Oz moved fast to follow the directive in the executive order and launch a model for some seniors earlier this month, but more must be done. Please get it done and soon, the president said, in reference to a congressional fix for the broad recriminalization set to take effect in November. Thank you for your attention to this matter. There's so many quotes in here. Like, I'm like,
he puts that at the end of everything.
I know, right?
Thank you for your attention on this matter, President Donald J. Trump.
Oh my goodness. It's not clear how far Trump wants to scale back the scope of the scheduled federal restrictions on hemp products and what kind of revised THC rules and limitations he would prefer to sign into law. I kind of am on that too. I'd like to know what he's thinking, what they're telling him in his administration of here's where the line should be, right? Like, we got to have this, but we could give a little bit on this, you know what I mean? Like, if they would kind of tell us so we knew what was going on, that'd be great before it happens. Separately, White House officials recently provided a congressman's office with feedback on hemp regulatory legislation. In April, Vince Haley, director of the White House Domestic Policy Council, and James Braid, assistant to the president for legislative affairs, sent hemp policy suggestions to Rep. Andy Barr from Kentucky. We appreciate your work to advance the policy of an executive order Trump signed in December that included provisions seeking to protect Americans' access to CBD products, the staffers wrote in a letter to the congressman. We are transmitting for your consideration draft legislative text and comments to address the statutory definition of final hemp-derived cannabinoid products in order to allow Americans to benefit from access to appropriate full-spectrum CBD products while preserving the Congress's intent to restrict the sale of products that pose serious health risks. The White House officials said, according to a social media post containing a screenshot of the letter, we are available for discussion and further technical assistance. Separately, anti-cannabis organizations filed a lawsuit against the Medicare hemp CBD coverage policy, but a judge dismissed the case last month, ruling that they don't have standing. That's right. Take that.
That's right.
Lawyers
Shut your bitch-ass mouth.
yeah. Lawyers for Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and CMS Director Mehmet Oz, have filed a brief asking that the case be dismissed. The White House Office of Management and Budget has also held a series of meetings about a Food and Drug Administration CBD products enforcement policy. FDA issued, okay. FDA issued guidance making clear that it does not intend to interfere with implementation of the Medicare hemp-derived products coverage plan. CMS separately finalized a rule that will allow coverage of some hemp products as specialized, non-primary health-related benefits through Medicare Advantage plans. As hemp products have become more popular with consumers, some large brands are attempting to get in on the action. Major retailer Target, what the hell are we talking about, is expanding its participation in the hemp-derived THC beverage market because it's blasting off everywhere, apparently. Like, it's everywhere now. I see them all over the place. Last year, the company began a pilot program involving sales of cannabis drinks at 10 select stores in Minnesota. Boop, boop. That apparently went well, and now the company has obtained licenses from Minnesota regulators to sell lower potency hemp edible products, including THC drinks, at all 72 of its stores in the state. U.S. Department of Agriculture report published in April shows that farmers in the U.S. grew $750 million worth of hemp crops in 2025, a 64% increase from the prior year. That's a lot, man.
Yeah, that's a fuck load.
Especially if it's up 64% from the year before. Like, that's crazy, man.
It's a lot of money.
So they're pushing Congress to keep hemp legal, but what about THC products?
That's what they don't want. That's the problem with the bill, is that it's gonna limit that so much. You know, even
Right.
at that little bit, 0.3% is nothing, man.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
You know,
it's margin of
Yeah.
error
and
kind of shit.
it's the problem where I don't know. I feel like it's more the problem because people take that 3% or 0.3%, right? And they do all the things and they extract it and turn it into other forms of THC and then are making other things, right? So I think that's the reason that they're trying to make it that they went from the 0.3 to the 0.4 milligrams thing, right? Is so that they can even restrict it further down, you know. But most of these people don't understand that a lot of the times people that use it medically need both CBD and THC, you know?
Well, when you mentioned you were curious who was on the committee, because it
Yeah.
in that letter that they were talking about, whoever they were, it said that they wanted to allow Americans to benefit from access to appropriate full spectrum CBD products while preserving the Congress's intent to restrict the sale of products that pose serious health risks. What exactly does that mean?
Yeah.
It means they sold what they want.
Like,
That's why I'm saying I wish they would say more about what these committees are talking about or what they are thinking, you know what I mean? Because we're just left in the dark about whatever they decide that they're going to come up with. You know, we might get a hint here, a hint there, you know. But how are you going to do full spectrum CBD but limit it to that amount of THC in it? In my opinion, then it's not really full spectrum.
right.
Like, are they going to have to remove it? Are we now going to have to just start really breeding CBD to never have THC in it? Like, I feel like that's just
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
That's
never
like
makes
going the
any sense.
opposite problem.
Right.
I mean, they used to breed so much high THC stuff because it wasn't really worth it to have CBD, and now they're going the other direction. That's wild.
It's going to be interesting to see if any of these rules gets changed before November. For them,
I hope so. I mean, that affects a lot of businesses and stuff.
But it's already going to affect them if it does change before November. You know, you can't wait till the day.
True.
You know what I mean? They're going to close down and look for new jobs.
It's as if
that's what I'm saying, and I'm guessing that it'll take effect in November, and I'm guessing I'm wondering if it's going to be a more thing of where maybe they'll put in something in there to extend it to the point of where people can get rid of the product that they've already made up until November, you know. But then after that, Yeah, people are we got to lay off 25 of you right now because we can't produce what you guys were making for us. And we got to sell half the business off and all this equipment because we
It's
don't
going
need
to
it
cost a
now.
lot of jobs, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, let's go on to this next one then, because we are we still got
Sorry.
2 to go. No, it's no problem, John. It's good, interesting story, man.
Mhm.
People got to know about this shit, you know.
Yeah.
But
For
Smee's
sure.
got something here about medical cannabis driving rules in the UK. A guide.
Oh my God.
What were we
You know
saying
what,
here, Smee? Is it too
after
late
that-
now? You already eating all your edibles? You're gonna be
No, I've been sat
Right.
here looking at my edibles thinking, come on, man, pick
Yeah.
me now. Only messing. No, I picked this up because of the question we got last week about the driving. Somebody's about to get the driving swab thing coming to their area, and
yeah.
they was wondering about it. So I saw this and I thought it was kind of relevant. So this is medical cannabis driving rules in the UK. Now, if you're not in the UK, take this with a pinch of salt to where you're at because it might
And
not
if
be
you're in the UK,
the
take it with a
same.
pinch of salt. as
And
well.
then if you're in the UK, just again, like you said, take it with a pinch of salt. So picture the scenario: you've just received your first medical cannabis prescription from a specialist clinic, and you're feeling optimistic about managing your condition more effectively. But then the thought crosses your mind as you reach for your car keys: can you still drive legally? It's the question that catches many patients off guard, and frankly, the answer isn't as straightforward as you might hope. Here's the thing about medical cannabis and driving in the UK: having a prescription doesn't automatically grant you immunity from drug driving laws. In fact, the legal landscape is surprisingly complex, with responsibilities that extend far beyond simply having the right paperwork. Many patients assume that because their cannabis is prescribed by a specialist doctor, they're completely in the clear behind the wheel. That assumption could land you in a serious trouble. The reality is that medical cannabis patients must navigate a careful balance between managing their health and maintaining their driving privileges. You're dealing with strict legal limits, complex testing procedures, and a web of responsibilities that aren't always clearly explained when you first receive your prescription. What's more, the consequences of getting this wrong can be severe. We're talking about potential driving bans, criminal records, and significant impacts on your daily life. Understanding these rules isn't just about staying legit. It's about protecting your independence, your livelihood, and your ability to continue accessing the medical treatment you need. Let's dive into what every medical cannabis patient in the UK absolutely must know before driving responsibly and legally. And when
Okay,
I
I have
say
a question quick.
absolutely must know, again, with a pinch of salt. But
In
it's
in the UK, do they prescribe like edibles and stuff also?
um
You get oils, can't you?
yeah. So
Yeah,
I
just
think
oils and drops and stick rather than
There-
actual edibles.
oil sprays
Okay.
and
The reason
all
I
you can buy.
ask
Some
is
companies do edibles, but they're more rare.
right. Because the reason I ask is because like an edible isn't going to be, when it comes to this roadside swab baloney, I would assume wouldn't show up like that. You know what I mean? That's why I
No,
was
if it's
asking if the
processed
UK
through
had
your
that.
liver, then it probably only show up on a blood test, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Right. That's why I was asking the question.
But the
If you guys
problem is
had
in this
edibles or
country, I
not.
don't think it's legal to consume via edibles, is it? It's only legal to consume via vape.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the oil, obviously, that's an edible. So, that probably
Hmm.
won't get picked up.
Hmm.
Won't get picked up.
Okay,
Okay.
let's carry on this. Let's
So,
go next.
Sorry.
prescription only medicine status and driving laws. So, this is what we need to know about. The medical cannabis holds a unique position within the UK drug driving legislation as a prescription only medicine, a POM. Unlike recreational cannabis, which remains illegal, prescribed medical cannabis provides patients with specific legal protections under the Road Traffic Act 1988. However, these protections come with stringent requirements that patients must understand thoroughly. The legal framework recognizes that patients prescribed medical cannabis by specialist clinicians should not face automatic criminalization for having cannabinoids in their system. This represents a significant distinction from recreational use, where any detectable level of THC typically results in prosecution. For prescription holders, the law acknowledges that therapeutic use may be medically necessary and legally justified. So even if you've got the prescription, even if you've gone through all the hoops that you need to jump through, you go drive, you could still be prosecuted. So crucially, patients, yeah, they just honestly they give it with one hand and then kick you in the balls with the other.
Mm.
Crucially, patients must carry valid prescription documents at all times when driving. There you go, guys. So if you've got a prescription and you're driving, keep it with you all the time.
And that
Please.
counts for gabapentin as well. If you oh no, it doesn't. My mistake. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, this isn't pharmaceuticals, mate. No, you can be on more morphine tablets and all sorts of stuff that mess with your brain and whatnot, and drive around. You know, they'll say you shouldn't use machinery, but there's no law.
Right.
There's no law or roadside fucking swab. Anyway, police officers require immediate evidence of legitimate medical use during roadside stop. Without proper documentation, patients face the same penalties as recreational users, regardless of their medical need. This makes prescription compliance absolutely essential for legal protection. How medical cannabis differs from recreational use.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's the subheading on this one. Jeez. The distinction between medical and recreational cannabis use extends far beyond simple possession laws. Medical cannabis
No,
patients.
it's simple. It's one starts with a brown envelope and the other one doesn't.
Exactly. You've got a piece of
Allegedly.
paper for
Allegedly.
one and no piece of paper for the other. You've got a sell-by date on one and no sell-by date on the other. That's basically what it is. Medical cannabis patients undergo rigorous specialist assessment, including comprehensive medical history review and clinical evaluation of treatment sustainability. This clinical oversight ensures appropriate prescribing approach, monitoring, and patient safety, elements entirely absent from recreational use. Prescribed medical cannabis products undergo pharmaceutical grade quality control with standardized cannabinoid profiles and consistent potency. Recreational products lack this quality assurance and often contain
Bullshit.
unknown concentrations or contaminants. For driving purposes, this standardization allows patients to better understand their medical effects and duration.
Apparently, they're only talking about the legacy market here for recreational products. Because I don't know if you like everywhere that is legalized it, all those things have to happen and probably are even stricter on the recreational side than the medical side.
Yep. If you go to a dispensary, you ain't buying weed that hasn't been through
Yeah.
so many different fucking processes to make
Right.
sure that is good for recreation.
Yeah.
Well, are they suggesting too that if there was something like, I don't know, in the weed, like a pesticide, that would affect your driving?
Yeah.
Like that's what they're suggesting?
Yeah.
I think they're just telling the
Well, I think they're
differences
suggesting-
between
You
medical
know,
and
smoking
more
certain
of the-
pesticides will make you blind. So yeah, that would affect your driving.
Because, like, I mean, if we're being honest here, I eat all kinds of fruits and vegetables that are not organic and therefore could have some pesticides on them, and maybe that's
Very
affecting
true.
my
Guaranteed,
driving.
guaranteed you
True.
walk through
Yay,
you
never
walk through
even
the
thought about that.
supermarket, you walk through your farmer's market, whatever, maybe not the farmer's market as much, but you guarantee you walk through those places, you're eating pesticides. It's as simple as
Yeah.
that.
Right. So should that not also affect my ability
Anything
to
that's
drive
wrapped-
safely?
I'm sorry,
Like, the same
Oscar.
logic?
I just smoked a little bit of Raid. Feeling a little off right now,
Well,
but
if you-
it'll be
if you
okay in a
was-
minute.
Well, if you swallowed a fly, you'll be all right, won't you?
Right?
I don't know. Perhaps you'll die.
Perhaps. Maybe you'll need to swallow a horse to catch the dog or whatever.
Holy.
Swallow the spider to catch the fly.
Yep.
I don't know.
Mhm.
That's,
You'll
that's a good,
die.
it's a good book or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's more of a
Classic.
poem
Anyway,
type book type thing. Yeah,
Smee, concentrate, Smee. Let's get this done. This is already a long article.
yeah, I know,
you want
John.
your edibles or not?
Stop. No, yeah, do, John.
Jesus,
You're the
yeah.
one that keeps
Get to it then,
interrupting
Dan.
Want to eat
me.
today? Jesus.
Prescribed medical cannabis products undergo pharmaceutical grade quality control.
You read that, right? Did you?
Yeah. Yeah.
We've
Next one.
standardized
Read that
Next.
whole
Right,
paragraph.
okay.
Come on.
Furthermore,
There we
medical
go.
cannabis treatment involves ongoing clinical supervision. Specialist doctors monitor patient response, adjust prescribing protocols, and provide guidance on activities like driving. This professional oversight creates a framework of accountability that recreational use cannot match. And I'd just like to put out there to the chat, how many people have got these prescribed medications? Because I know a few of you from chatting to you, I know you've got these. How many was told about driving? And how many, since getting your medication, since you're getting your prescriptions, how many have had a follow up? I'd just like to know that in chat.
Mm.
How
I would
many of
too.
you have had a follow up?
I didn't
and
want to comment that.
And I'm going to leave other people to look at that because while I'm reading my stuff, I can't really see the chat because I'm
Okay.
useless. I can't do two things at once. But yeah, I will have a look at the chat later on. And if people can tell me if they've had stuff like that, it'd be interesting to know.
You're fed though. We don't trust you, Steve.
Yes, Steve.
No
No,
feds.
that's right. That's right. So
Oh,
patient responsibilities remain substantial despite legal protections. The law does not permit driving whilst impaired, regardless of prescription status. So patients must honestly assess their fitness to drive and avoid operating vehicles when experiencing sedation, confusion, or reduced reaction times. So
shut
just
the
like
fuck
you
up.
would, no, but just like you would with alcohol. Anybody that gets behind a wheel when they feel drunk is a clown and a cunt and a fuckhole.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And same goes when it comes to weed. You know, if you
Smee, you keep going on tangents after every paragraph.
right, yeah,
and
yeah.
We're gonna
So
be here till 10
documentation
o'clock at
requires include carrying
night.
original prescription labels, patient information, leaflets, and specialist clinic contact details. Some patients maintain treatment summaries and their prescribing clinicians to expedite police verification processes. These precautions help demonstrate legitimate medical use and facilitate swift resolution of roadside encounters. Right. So when you must notify the DVLA is what your driving standards are in America, what they call them,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
the DMV. Yeah, so understanding when to notify the DVLA about your medical cannabis prescription is crucial for maintaining legal compliance while receiving treatment. The Driver and Vehicle License Agency requires notification for specific medical conditions and treatments, particularly those that may affect driving ability or safety. They didn't need to know anything about my Oromorph or gabapentin, just putting that there. You must inform the DVLA if your medical cannabis prescription is for certain qualifying conditions, including epilepsy, chronic pain conditions that significantly impact daily functioning, or mental health conditions such as treatment resistance, anxiety, or depression. All of which you should be watching whether or not you're driving anyway, regardless of taking cannabis. Additionally, notification is required if your specialist clinician indicates that your treatment may cause drowsiness, impaired concentration, or other effects that could influence driving performance. The Medical Cannabis Driving Rules UK framework emphasizes that prescription only cannabis medicines fall under controlled drug regulations. Even with a valid prescription from a specialist clinician, patients must declare their treatment to maintain transparency with licensing authorities, and notification requirements apply regardless of specific cannabis-based products prescribed or the prescribing approach regime recommended by your clinician. So the medical information required is when you notify the DVA, you'll need comprehensive documentation of your prescribing specialist. This includes the detailed medical report of outlining your qualifying condition, treatment history, and clinical rationale for medical cannabis prescription. Your clinician must provide specific information about the prescribed medication, including active compounds, expected effects, and any
Holy
potential
fuck.
impact on cognitive and motor function. The DVLA requires evidence of ongoing medical supervision and monitoring. Your specialist must confirm that your treatment is regularly reviewed with an assessment of both therapeutic effectiveness and any side effects that might affect driving ability. Documentation should also include details of response to treatment and any adjustments made to optimize both symptom management and safety. Furthermore, your clinician may need to provide a fitness to drive assessment, particularly if your condition treatment involves any risk factors. This professional evaluation considers your individual circumstances, treatment response, and overall medical stability. I wonder how much all that's going to cost you. Like license condition and restrictions. So following notification of the DVLA may impose a specific condition on your driving license while you receive medical cannabis treatment. These conditions typically include requirements for regular medical reviews, often every 1 to 3 years, depending on your condition and treatment stability. Some patients receive shorter license periods required for frequent renewal to ensure ongoing fitness to drive. Potential restrictions might include limitations on commercial driving categories, so that could fuck your job. The requirements of additional medical assessment. The DVLA decision-making process considers multiple factors, including your underlying condition, treatment, response, specialist recommendations, and demonstrated safety record. They're going to check all your old crashes and stuff. Each case receives individual assessment rather than automatic restrictions. So the timeline for the DVLA decisions varies considerably, typically ranging from 6 to 12 weeks for straightforward cases. Complex situations requiring additional medical input may take longer. During this period, you can usually continue to drive with your existing license, provided your specialist confirms you are fit to drive and that your treatment remains stable under clinical supervision.
See, I remember when when we had this article before, because we had one previous to this, and he was like, "Oh, let's use this one instead. It's much shorter."
Yep, I couldn't find another one like this.
Yeah,
But
that
basically,
was
after
a
that,
tome.
no, but basically after that little paragraph there, everything is just repeated constantly over and over again. I've told you basically what the major things you're going to need to do.
I mean, this
with
is
the
fucked.
as far as driving's concerned.
Fuck you.
You've got
I
a
would only
self-assessment
agree if
for
you did this
being
for all
fit
the
to
other
drive.
bullshit.
It goes on about self-assessment for being fit to drive. So, like, again, the on assessment, when the defense may not apply, patient safety responsibilities while driving, and it literally just reiterates the same thing over and over again. Clinicians, make sure you've got this.
It is kind of crazy because they really don't like do all this stuff for other prescribed medications,
They
and
don't
also
at all.
one of
And
the
this is kind of
worst things for getting behind the wheel is being tired. There is more
Yes.
so many accidents caused from people being too tired to drive.
You're just angry. You've had an argument with the other half.
That too. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I thought I'd read some of this, because not only does it let people know that it's not as straightforward as you're going to think. Oh yeah, I've got my medical cannabis prescription. I can drive. No. You may need to contact the person that prescribed you the cannabis, and if they didn't speak to you about driving before, you may need to contact them and see if what they say. Then you may need to contact the DVLA. If you've not done this and you go out and drive and you get caught, and for some reason they pull you because you've got a light out, a brake light out, it happens to all of us, and they for any reason think that you have to pull your thing out. Oh no, that's not good enough because you didn't contact DVLA and this, that, and before you know it, you've got no license, no insurance, because your insurance will be invalid, and you'll find yourself in a lot of trouble. So please, people, if you're a driver and you're using medical cannabis, go out and check what you need to do for yourselves.
Get a bike.
And secondly, let me know in the chat if you've had any of these follow-ups or anything like that.
Sweet.
Because from the people that I've spoke to about this, Macky, I don't think anyone's mentioned it. Do you?
Firetop mentioned something there in the chat about he had follow-ups for about 6 months, but now he only has to do them once every 6 months.
Did they ask you about driving, Firetop? This is the
they asked him about that as well.
Yeah, there was a bunch of people that said that they did that. Yeah.
All right, cool. So they at least they are asking you then, because I've not been through the process, so that's why I asked the chat. It's something that I am actually thinking of doing, because I'm thinking about coming off my pharmaceuticals, and if I come off my pharmaceuticals fully and don't carry on getting them, then they're going to say that there was nothing wrong with me in the first place in a few years' time when I go back to them and say I need help.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, what you been doing since then? While I've been taking my cannabis. It's like...
Anyway, let's go on to the last story here. We can quickly get this done in 5 minutes.
Wish you'd hurry up, Macky. God.
I know this has been such a long episode. Jesus. So I talk about the
There's
weather
no
at the
grow
start.
guides. What are you bitching for?
Because I still don't want to. I don't want news to go over an hour and 20 minutes. Jesus.
That's fair enough.
Right. So this Australian woman She faces jail time over alleged cannabis vape liquid in Indonesia. And I just wanted to bring this shit up because it's fucking ridiculous, right? So it tells you a little bit in short there, but it's only a short story anyway. Indonesian police have arrested an Australian woman Indonesian police have arrested an Australian woman allegedly found with 59. You ready for the next one? So that makes all the difference. Not kilos, everybody, not ounces. 59 milliliters of vape liquid containing cannabis that she said was for pain relief, but can land her in prison. Right? Yeah. So she's gonna go to prison because she was taking a medicine.
It's like a quarter cup, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
What, a cup's 250 milliliters, isn't it?
Yeah. So we're looking at 59.
Yeah.
It's about a
Less
quarter.
than quarter.
Yeah.
The woman, 53, risks 20 years behind bars under Indonesian no exceptions anti-drug laws. Narcotics officer Nyoman Diana Mahardika, calm down, Billy, told AFP on Thursday. Yes,
Mariska Hargitay.
Close there, John. The unnamed woman was arrested last month at her rented house on the resort island of Lombok after police found out she had allegedly received a delivery of liquid cannabis. She reportedly told officers she used a cannabis vape to relieve knee pain and depression, but Mr. Mahardika, Jesus, what a ridiculous name. It's
Calm down,
actually...
Billy.
You know what I mean? It's Mahardika. Mahardika. That's his name. Jesus. Said it would be investigated as a crime regardless. She must comply with the laws and regulations in force in our country. As for narcotics such as cannabis, it must not be possessed, used, or traded within our jurisdiction, that guy said. In a statement, North Lombok police said they had busted a new type of drug trafficking operation. This case is getting special attention because it's the first time vape liquids containing THC or CBD and CBG have been intercepted with West Nusa Tenggara, the statement said. The woman is being held at North Lombok Police Detention Centre ahead of further court proceedings. If found guilty, the woman risks a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison with a 2 billion rupiah, that's $155,000 fine, he added. Indonesia has some of the world's toughest anti-drug laws, including the death penalty for traffickers, but has maintained a moratorium on executions for several... Isn't that so good of them? To not kill people over weed? Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. There are dozens of traffickers on death row in the country. Indonesia last carried out executions in 2016, killing 1 Indonesian and 3 Nigerian drug convicts by firing squad.
Oof.
In March, 2 British men were sentenced to 9 and 11 years in prison, respectively, after they were found guilty of smuggling cocaine to popular tourist island of Bali.
Firing squad seems so archaic.
I mean, I can come up with reasons to use it.
What's that? You could come up with reasons.
I can come up with a couple reasons of using it, other than
well,
I brought some weed into the country. Like,
that's a little much. And like, how are you supposed to pay the 155 grand if you're in prison for 20 years?
Here's the thing, though. You people over in that area, okay, in that continent,
here comes
need to figure it out. Stop freaking trying to take shit to these countries.
Also,
for real.
There is that, like,
but the thing is, recreational, sure, but this was the woman's medicine.
I know, but if you know that
why
they do not tolerate it, do not go there.
That's
period.
Right. That's right.
She could have gone to Thailand, and I think it would probably be fine.
Yeah, something else, man. Like, we've read a lot of stories like this in these instances, and you cannot tell me that the people did not know ahead of time when looking into shit.
Yeah, they're referring to cannabis as a narcotic, so that's your first red flag.
I think that's the unfortunate thing at the minute, is because cannabis is so, like, demonized. going
Right.
anywhere that says has zero tolerance to drugs is somewhere you're gonna have to skip for now. Simple
Yeah,
as
I
if
agree.
you like
Not
me,
worth the
I need
risk.
to take it
No.
medically. I ain't going to Thailand. I ain't
20
going
freaking
Exactly.
years.
that shit. I'll go to.
What are we
I'll go. Do
talking?
you know what? I'll go to Spain. It's nice
Yeah.
and warm there.
Yeah.
There's beaches there.
Right. There's all
Cannabis
kinds
is
of
legal
places
there.
you can go. Go to
Exactly.
Right.
Portugal. They've legalized
Exactly.
everything.
So I
Or
don't even have to
decrimmed.
carry on my travels. I can, when I get to Spain, I can buy there.
But Indonesia
medicate
is
when I'm there.
considerably closer to Australia than Spain is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fair play,
well,
but
you know, maybe
at
it's
the same
cheaper to
Either
go there,
way.
but is it in the end when you get 20 years
Right.
Oh,
What was
yes,
she
yeah,
doing?
it's
and
definitely going to take her longer to get
$155,000
home.
fine?
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
what was
Yeah.
the lady doing to be found with this honor? Because I know full
I
well
don't
if
even
I
It
think
got
it
got
says.
posted
some
to her.
oil,
It got posted to
oh,
her.
it got posted to her.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, fucking bloody.
Yeah, that it really sucks.
Holy.
But I do
Honestly,
agree with you, John, that you should, be considering where you're traveling.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Because even if I
For
was
sure.
traveling to somewhere, I'd have some gummies or some chocolate or some, in a packet of Revels or something, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
with other sweets. If I had oil,
Camouflaged.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd have it in with like, tannin oil. I'd put it in a tannin oil bottle.
Right.
know
There's
what I
lots
mean?
of ways you can sort of
There's so many
do
ways.
that. Yeah.
I would certainly
Man.
not be getting it fucking posted to me.
And
No,
looking
that's
at this
insane.
picture, how long was this lady supposed to be here? That's 1, 4, freaking 9 vapes, 2 bottles of oil, 3 potentially. I don't know. Like, is this what they actually found?
Fuck
Right.
knows.
It's quite
Like-
the lengthy vacation.
Yes,
does
that's
look
what I'm
like-
getting at. Like
That picture there, yeah, it does look like they are all out that same box, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, so
Crazy
there you go,
to me.
everybody. Just public service announcement there. Don't go to
Yeah.
places that are not cannabis friendly with cannabis because you could end up in prison for a long fucking time.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
This is why I don't
Well-
travel, people. Okay.
Ruin
Yeah.
your
And
vacation.
if I'm gonna travel, I pick a state that's legal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like Australia ain't big enough to go freaking somewhere there.
You know what I mean? But people should be allowed to travel and take their medicine. It's
Well,
ridiculous, but
agreed,
obviously you
they
can't.
should.
You can't. But anyway, that's it for the news. No foreign news
Mhm.
other than still battling bots as we do, and yeah, that's about it. That should be fixed this week. I'm gonna get some stuff sorted out. Fucking have to go drastic measures to try and get rid of these fucking things.
Scorched earth or whatever they say.
You're gonna have to go through the Cloudflare route, and then just everybody who accesses the site is gonna have to be checked to make sure they're a fucking human. Like, are you human before you come in here?
Honestly,
gonna-
I've
Yeah.
really come to hate a lot of those things too.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'll
'Cause
don't
I'm
go
like,
put it on
Everywhere.
the site because
Is that little sliver of bicycle included or not? I don't know.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
it's
We'd have automatic.
Sometimes
capture
it's
on
not
there.
that.
We wouldn't have to do that.
Yeah.
No. Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I hate
Yeah,
those.
yeah,
different
it's just
kinds
a
of
thing that
captures.
kind of checks.
Yeah, those captures are so 2020. They're done automatically
Right?
now. Yeah, you
I
give
know,
you give
but
them
Right.
permission.
People still use them so much.
So you click on that verify you human, and it quickly checks all your cookies on what kind of site you visit and what you do on it. And they'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, this looks human.
Right.
Right.
I don't want to do that.
They're
But
not
that's
going
the
to
only
be
way
fuck's
we're
on
going to
sake.
get the bots out.
social
Yeah.
media site.
Billy's going to be
Yes.
put on even more lists. And not Santa's
Right.
good list. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's it. Should we go to the smoke break?
Let's do
Yeah.
it, lady.
Yes, we should. There we go. Smoke break is on.
Every time Billy logs into Percy's, it crashes the fucking thingy because of his history.
Oh!
It's like-
Free Nugs says he forgot something, Macky.
Yeah,
at the
we
moment.
mentioned that last week, didn't we?
No, you mentioned it on the interview.
Oh, right. Oh, there you go then. Unlucky free nugs. You
Member
never
of the
fucking
month,
happy.
yeah.
Never fucking happy, are you, free
I
nugs?
know, right?
Huh?
Got clout chasing this bastard,
Fucking
isn't he?
hell. Oh, don't forget to remind everybody again. I'm kind of a big deal. That's what he's trying to fucking.
Do you even know who I am?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know,
Don't you
right?
know who I
Damn
think
it,
I
man.
am? Fucking hell. Shit. Yeah,
Just
free nugs,
delete his
member of the month
question.
again. No, yeah, delete his question because somebody
Yeah,
give him a fucking time out.
yeah,
Tell
I'm
him-
gonna.
Can't
Time
learn his
him out
place.
right now.
It's ridiculous.
Right.
Fucking hell.
Hold on, I gotta fire up this goddamn.
But yeah, that
vaporizer
fucking
again
Borat
here.
movie. I'm gonna keep calling it the Borat movie because it's easier than saying Sacha Baron Cohen. But yeah, man,
Yeah.
it was decent. I mean, it's not like philosophically too fucking good and shit. And it's not
Well,
on
it's a
his
comedy,
usual.
isn't it?
Well, kind of. It's not. It's nowhere near the level of comedy that Borat was. Jesus, love that movie.
Right.
You know, and what was the other one? Of course, Ali G.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those ones were great.
I
Mhm.
did really like LEG, yeah.
That's so
I just love
awesome.
that. I just love the way that certain people dismissed him for being such a chav, were answering his
Right.
questions that were absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, and they
normal.
had no
yeah.
idea.
And exactly, yeah. He was so smart to play it like that because
Yeah,
it
yeah,
put
for
their
real.
guard
Yeah.
down straight away. So all of a sudden, we was getting answers out of these fuckers that normal fucking journalists wouldn't get. And I liked it.
Yeah, it's kind of eye opening that movie is though. To I don't know. The
What is it called
struggle-
again?
Ladies First.
Oh yeah, ladies first. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, the struggle is
Okay.
real. Struggle is real.
He
But yeah,
did
good
another movie a
Watch it.
few years ago. I'm trying to remember what one it was, and it was so funny. Maybe it was the Who is America movie. Oh, they were episodes.
Oh right.
I
Yeah,
can't
I
put
He
Green Ups
kinda-
in time
yeah, I
out
think
because
he-
he's.
Oh
He's a
right.
moderator.
Right,
I
take
can't
the
put him
mo-
in time out
take
because
the
he's-
moderator
You've been
off him.
still
'cause he's
working.
more-
Put him
You're
in
still
fucking time
working on
out.
that.
I've been trying to put him in time out for the last 10 minutes.
I'm sitting here thinking that was over. It was a joke, and here Smee's really trying to get after him.
Damn right. I said 10 minutes. Yeah, Bruno. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
another
Bruno
one.
was. I bet you love that one, didn't you, Freenux?
I bet he did.
Okay, now.
Holy.
But yeah, and Marcus Perez says, "Come on, guys, I don't go on the forum." So it's not
Get over
important to
there.
news to you, then, is it, Marcus? He's not fucking member of the month of the podcast, is he? He's a member of the month on the forum.
And why are you not going on to the forum?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Marcus.
We're not good
Yeah,
enough
hell.
for you.
Marcus.
Are you
Fucking
fed?
hell. Jesus.
It's
He's a
like
fed.
once a week. Is he a fed? It's like once a week dealing with these fuckers is enough for me.
Yeah,
I going
true.
on somewhere
Just
where I have
dealing
to
with
see
them
him every
yesterday.
day.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just a busy guy. He's just a busy guy.
That's right. That's right.
Doing some shit
Right.
out in the world.
Margaret.
Yeah.
Because I'm
How's,
technophobic. He's one of those
son of a-
phobes. It's one of those phobes. Marcus is a phobe.
Holy.
Right. Sorry, John.
How's your outdoor plants doing, Margaret?
They're doing pretty good actually. Well, the ones in the pots are actually doing better than the ones in the ground, which is kind of interesting. But
Really? Okay.
yeah, but they're all
Okay.
they're all seem to be doing quite nicely.
Yeah.
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 Got a little rain a couple days ago, so that was nice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And, you know,
What's the difference, Margaret, between the ones in the ground, the ones in pots? Are you nutrient the pots ones and not? The
I think
ground?
I think they do have maybe more nutrients in the pots. And I did put some amendments on the ones in the ground yesterday. But you know,
Okay.
it takes probably
Yes.
takes a couple days for it to reflect. But
Okay.
yeah, and they all get a lot of sun though, so it's not that the ones on the deck get a lot of sun, which is
Okay.
they seem to really like. But yeah, what about yours? How are yours doing?
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. The ones in the backyard are looking nice. I got one that's as I would say, nipple high on a 6'1" guy.
Oh damn!
So it's pretty up there. She stretched a lot in the last week, probably the last week, yeah, because we got
Yeah, you
that
could
bunch
see
of
that on the
rain, then it
top.
got hot, and then and then
Yeah.
it got a little
They do like
cooler.
the
So yeah, I
heat.
really liked it. Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
coolness a little bit, but they do like
Are
the
this-
heat and sun.
You know the two
Mhm.
that you put in the picture today. Are they the
Yeah.
same strain?
No. So the smaller one is Turpo's apple pie.
Okay.
Where's
And
Turbo
that
as well?
one?
Jesus, shout
Yeah,
out to Turbo.
damn it, Turbo.
Wherever you are, sir.
Somebody give him a call. I'm gonna drive to his house maybe. But that one struggled when I transplanted it.
Hmm.
It was weird. Like it didn't really grab hold right away. Whereas that other one, the blueberry, that thing was like, hello.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
that thing loved it. As soon as I put it in the ground, that thing was like, thank Jesus.
Yeah, it just didn't seem to miss a beat, that one, did it?
Right. And even the one, so I also have a blueberry planted in the greenhouse, and that I popped them like 2 weeks apart. And that one out there, 2 weeks. That one out there hasn't hit this like stretch like this one did yet, but I'm waiting. It's gonna happen, you know. So yeah.
It's exciting.
doing great.
I go out
Mhm.
every morning and I check all the
Mhm.
things.
I go out and I just like have to brush her a little bit every once in a while,
Oh,
play with the
no.
leaves, what have you. It's so
Whisper
beautiful.
sweet nothings into her ear.
Yes.
Live in the
Yeah.
And then yell at
tree.
my dog when he
live
goes
in the
over to
tree.
try and take a pee on him.
All right. Imagine just opening your front door, Macky, and seeing 2 glorious plants just there
Yeah.
that you
Right.
can walk over and brush and play with, as John does.
I didn't mean to turn this into this, but yeah,
No,
that's
you
right.
did, John. You did. You were
No,
rubbing
he
it
did.
in.
He knew exactly what he was
You were
doing.
rubbing it in like an illegal cannabis salve. What you
I
doing.
wasn't trying. That's not where I was going with it. I was going into turning it into something like sexual and sensual, because that's how I feel this went.
Oh, so you're taking
Oh.
it both ways. Great. Brilliant.
As he does.
I know, right?
Oh, God.
Jesus. Them
Savage.
Holy.
Savage. Gosh.
Oh,
Anyway,
geez, smugglers. What?
where's Billy?
Oh,
Is
is
Billy
that-
there?
Billy
Yeah, I'm there.
Bonzo.
Yeah, man. We forgot to mention that shit about D-Day. You want to talk about D-Day for a minute?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
shit, hold on.
Basically, yesterday was
Be right back.
D-Day, which a lot of people should know about. Was when we landed on the 5 beaches in France. Basically, a lot of people died that day, so we can sit here and do this. Over 120,000 people were involved that day.
Damn.
Over 10,000 aircraft. It's crazy, and
Mhm.
5,000 water vehicles as well. Apparently, over 4,000 people died that day alone on them beaches.
Wow.
It was a big
So-
deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal. So big, it's the biggest invasion from water to land ever, and still
Mhm.
to this day. So, like, yeah, without their marvelous men, we wouldn't be able to sit
You
here
said
today.
that's what the big deal is. It's the fact that what they did on that day is echoing through
Yeah,
to this
yeah,
day.
it is through-
We're
yeah,
sat
through
here
to this day.
doing this because of what they did that day. They didn't do that.
Yeah.
I
that
know. I
day.
feel like we might have to do an invasion over in West Korea soon.
Please, John. Please help us.
Yes, I think another D-Day is coming.
Yeah,
Really
it
fucking
is a
is.
bit mad. Yeah, that we're this year and on, and they died for almost nothing. It seems. Well, not
Taking-
nothing, but
Mhm.
Well,
They're
we
taking
got 50
everything.
good years out of it.
yeah.
Madness.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, man. Shout out to, well, not shout out. What's the right thing to say? I don't know. But, you know,
A
Thank
deep
you.
gratitude and thanks.
Thank you.
Indeed.
Thank you to
Indeed.
all the
Grateful
people
every
involved
day.
that day. That
Mhm.
Well,
helped
it
us.
was also there's 2 beaches for England, which was like the Sword and Gold. There's Omaha and Utah for the Americans, and there's one
Mhm.
for the Canadians, which I forget the name of just now.
Were
Yeah.
they even in it?
I think it's
Of
Umar
course
or
we
something
were.
like that. Yep.
I thought more was coming from you, Margaret, when I said that. I totally did that on purpose.
I know, right?
You're
Juno.
trolling me, are you?
You know, in that
Yeah,
movie,
Freenuck says
Saving Private
Juno.
Ryan?
That sounds right.
Saving Ryan's
Yeah.
privates.
Mhm.
Yeah, but there's a scene where, you know, after they've invaded the beach, there's some guys holding up their hands and speaking in German. And they're
Mhm.
like, they shoot him dead. And be like, what did he say? It's like, oh, I watched for supper. But the actual guys, because the Germans used to capture people and get their prisoners of war, and if they were of fighting age, they would put them in the army to go and fight on the front lines. And those guys, well, I think they were
Oh.
Czechoslovakian, like not even part, and
Mm.
they were prisoners of war, and they're holding up their hands saying, "Don't shoot, we're prisoners of war," and they get shot anyway. Saving Private Ryan's got
Mhm.
so many fine details in like that. Such a fucking good movie.
Yeah, that opening scene should be played on a cinema screen to every person out there. If you know what I mean, this is what happens, so you can sit here and watch this now. If you know
Right.
what I mean,
Yeah.
It's
'cause
pretty crazy,
it's
man.
fucking intense. It's an intense
Yeah.
opening scene. Yeah, but
Man, I
also
might, I might just gotta watch that
what-
after this. Just
and-
for the
and
fucking-
Yeah.
it's an
even
epic
headphones.
scene.
Having headphones, if you're going to watch it out, and put headphones on and turn it up, because the sound effects is what also does it. It just shows you the fucking like the intenseness of how
But
the
even
fuck
as
someone
intense
got from the
that
boat
is-
to there and completed that mission. Is just like, oh my fucking god, are
Yeah.
humans actually capable of that?
Yeah,
You know what I
many
mean?
good men have to do terrible things on that
yeah,
day,
yeah,
but they,
totally.
you know, thank you for doing them. But the thing is, the intenseness that first scene brings, is nothing compared to what it must have been
Yeah,
like.
that's what I mean.
yeah,
Like,
for
yeah,
real.
yeah.
Being there, do you know what I'm
that's the
saying?
funny thing. You think like, fuck, that was intense, and then you're like,
Yeah, and then you think,
fuck, what was it like? Would have been there,
yeah,
and then you're
a
like, yeah,
thousand
you,
times
Yeah.
worse.
yeah,
When you've
yeah.
got bullets
So
and
yeah,
shells fucking popping past your head and fucking
Mm-hmm.
your mate who stood
Yeah.
next to you all of a sudden just fucking explodes and there's his arm over there and his leg over there and his head over here. Fuck that, man. Unbelievable.
yeah,
You know,
The
everybody just
things,
needs to be grateful for what these people
yeah,
sacrificed, man.
yeah, they
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Regardless of whether,
Just
or
say
not,
thank you. Don't be a
You
dick.
agree with it.
I was
It
going to try
happened.
and get Macky to play the last post, which is a song, but it's quite difficult to get played on here. So what should you do? You should research the song, the last post, stand
Put
up
it in
and
the chat.
salute.
Put it in the chat.
Oh yeah,
You
I
got
could
the
put it in
link,
the
don't you?
chat.
There
Yeah,
you go, and people can go
Yeah.
listen to it.
Work that link in chat.
It's crazy that, you know, I'm in my 40s now, so just to think that the majority of the people who died out on that beach were just young kids, man. Way younger than I
Green
am.
girl.
Yeah.
Crazy, crazy.
Oh,
It's
yeah, man.
crazy, and that you're right. Like all the people that sacrificed their lives are way younger than what we all are now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Way younger.
Mm-hmm.
In fact,
Yep.
most of them were under the age of 25. Let's not
Yeah.
forget
yeah,
this, right?
yeah.
And to deal with that shit at that age,
Mhm.
no wonder there's so many.
I'm crying because I can't eat my DoorDash today. Oh my
All right.
god.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
exactly. Yeah,
Like,
I know,
shut
right?
the
Shut the
shut
hell
up.
up. Yeah,
Like,
you're totally fucking right, mate.
when they've got faff to face getting machine gun, just getting off a boat.
That's it.
yeah.
My lad's 19. My lad's 20, and I
Before
say
they're
to him
even
all the
getting off the
time, "You
boat.
don't even know you're fucking born.
Yeah.
You just don't know you're born. You know, his first world problems is the smallest violin in the world playing just for you, mate. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Take him to his granddad Ted's house and let him explain to him about war. You know,
Yeah.
one that's
so,
actually seen it.
so just, you know, shout out to everybody and make sure you just to remind everybody, you know, that people have sacrificed, that made the ultimate sacrifice, so we can sit here and do this shit. I know we complain about legalization, all that shit, but we could have it far worse. And you know, we owe a lot to those people. So just take a moment of silence today and go listen to that tune Billy posted in the chat.
Yes,
And
please.
just take a moment to remember. That's all you have to do, just to appreciate what these people sacrificed for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With that, should we go on to the listener mail?
Just before we do, Green Grocer said Canada were the main force to liberate the Dutch. So thanks, Canada. The
Yeah,
Dutch
Canadians
great
No,
people.
are
no, read
fierce.
it right. Read it correctly.
Canada. I'm already
Easy
in enough
mistake to
trouble
make.
with Margaret
I
without
was
doing that shit. No,
I
didn't
was
get
playing a-
notice.
Stop
Margaret's
it.
got me there
I was
inviting him like, yeah, Smee, come visit me. Come stay at my place. Come visit Canada. Smee's going to be like, yeah, cool. And then he's going to get a stab.
I'm the
I mean,
first
there you
episode of the
go.
Stabby podcast.
Live.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Ole.
let's do the
Live.
listener mail. Let's go.
Let's do it.
So I think we have 5 questions to be covering today. We're going to do our best. Some of them we know stuff about, some we don't, as usual. So yeah, let's just get stuck into it, I suppose. From Nordic Grows, he says, hope everything is good with the panel today. I have a question regarding pests and compost. Question: it is not recommended to, for example, mow the lawn and go straight into your indoor grow because you can bring in pests. I feel it's a bit contradictory. If you have a compost in your yard and you use that for your soil mix, top dress, and compost tea, wouldn't pests be able to get indoors that way anyway? What are your thoughts regarding this? Thank you for all your hard work. It's not hard work, bro. It's easy because you guys make it easy for us, except for Free Nugs. So yeah, thanks for sending in the question. We appreciate it. But pretty simply, if compost is done right, it reaches temperatures that kills off all the bug eggs and all the weed seeds and all that kind of shit. And the difference is when you're growing indoors, it's a sealed environment. But when it's outdoors, there's going to be bugs out there that will eat the bugs that are trying to eat your plants. You know, the circle of life takes place, and there's shit that kills this, kills that, finds balance, and the plant can survive. But when it's indoors, for example, you won't have grasshoppers coming along to eat the spider mites or whatever. You know what I mean? There's no predators that will kill the bugs that are trying to eat your plant.
I also feel like it's different pests between the two also. Like between mowing the lawn and your compost.
Yeah.
So like mowing the lawn makes me think more like aphids or, you know, something along that.
Ticks.
You know, shit like
So
that.
are you saying then the bugs you would find in your compost are different than the ones you would find mowing your lawn? Is that what you're saying?
That's basically what I'm
Like
saying.
you don't
is
have
like,
to worry about the insects that are in the compost, because he's talking specifically about you have
In some
compost and then you
cases,
bring
yeah,
it inside.
and in some cases, I mean, but if you're doing your compost outside, I don't care who you are, you're gonna have some kind of pest in it. It's just, is it a good one or is it a bad one?
Yeah.
You
Right.
know? And if you're doing that, you should also be pre-gaming your indoor grow to manage that ahead of time. You know what I mean? You should have your shit ready so that when you bring that in and you get that grow going, that you're I don't know what the word is exactly, but
Prepared.
yeah, prepared. And you're constantly doing something, you know, to not have the pests be around.
And most of the bugs in the soil, it's going to be the larvae of the bugs that will eat your plant. I mean, so when it gets hot enough in the compost, it kills off a lot of the shit. And then it's just not going to be suitable for those things to continue to thrive in there. So they die off eventually, you know? And again,
You're suggesting the process of composting itself will eliminate a lot of the harmful pests that you might bring inside.
If you
when it's done correctly.
Yeah.
Well, if you're worried about it, could you not just maybe do a compost tea, and then over 24 hours of the tea brewing, it would kill, like, it drowned all
But you
pests,
you want to add that compost when you're making your own soil as well, though, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, so you can't just make tea out of it. You want to, because you use a third of quality compost that you've made yourself with some peat moss and you know, some other shit added to the soil. So you can't just use the compost tea. You have to actually use the compost. But if it's done right, then a lot of the pathogens.
Yeah, as you said,
would
if
have
it's
been
done
killed
right,
off.
it's all going to be gone anyway.
But it has to be done right. You know, it has to reach them hot temperatures. Elaine Ingham has a real good guide on making compost properly. Apparently, you can do it within 7 days if you use the correct stuff, using the right ratio of greens and browns and all that kind of stuff. You know, it's quite a complex process, but it's simple at the same time. You know, once you figure it out, it's one of those things. Once you figure it out, it's simple, but you have to learn it first. So, you know, figure it out and get a decent compost heap going. Make sure that it's
That's a
left
good
out there for the
question,
right
though.
amount of time.
It is a good question.
It is for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But essentially, the most important part of it, just because you could go to the woods and take a good scoop of good soil out of the woods that makes all these nice plants grow, you know, just out in the wild, and you bring that in, but it's going to have the bugs in the soil, and they won't have their predators there anymore to try and fucking wipe them out. So they can get over I think it's called the economic threshold, because you can have some thrips in there, for example. 3 or 4 thrips, they ain't going to cause any problems, but once they lay some eggs and the eggs hatch and then the eggs grow and they become reproductive as well, so they hatch more, then there's going to be thousands of the fucking things before you know it, and that goes beyond the economic threshold, so the plant will suffer and then you have to deal with it. It's fine balance, man. But you know, don't be put off by it. Bring that soil indoors. You might have some issues to start with, but there's lots of different ways to get rid of the bugs. You use the correct predatory bugs. You know, and we've got an episode on that, so you know, give that a shot, and eventually it will balance itself out. And all the bad stuff will be gone, and you'll just have the good bugs that will help with things.
Yeah, I mean, the same thing could happen if you buy a bag of soil.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Happened to me.
It's happened to me.
The first time I got bugs in my tent was because I bought soil from a grow shop, and it had thrips in it, and my plants just got infested with fucking thrips because this stuff
that would
wasn't
not
stored
be
properly.
good.
No.
You want to
people
buy
I
good
do-
soil, not pests. That would be so annoying.
The people
I
I
think I'd
do
have
know
rather
that
had
have bought
thrips than
soil.
the spider mites.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
The people I know that have bought soil generally fucking dry it out for like a week before they use it. You know, just because.
But that will kill the bacteria.
That's in it.
Yeah.
But it's easier to put the bacteria in it than it is to get the bugs out. So you know,
That's
once
probably also true. Yeah.
once you know, you only need a bit of recharging, and all that bacteria is fucking pretty much back in there, or mycorrhiza or whatever. You know, some great white.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Build it
that's
back
it,
up.
and he
I'd
also
much
has,
rather build up. I'd much rather build up that again than fucking deal with pests.
Yeah, so when you're top dressing with compost or making compost teas, most of the time, as we said, it reaches the temperature where all that shit gets killed off anyway, so you shouldn't have any issues using it that way, you know. Just make sure the compost has been made properly and it's reached those top temperatures. And you get one of those, you get an actual thermometer specifically for that shit as well, where you put that into the compost pile and in the middle, it'll be all, you know, I can't remember what the temperature is specifically. But you know, just the material biodegrading itself, breaking down, causes heat. And some people even heat their greenhouses. Random tangent. You know, they'll have water pipes going through their compost heap. So when the water passes through the warm stuff, it heats that up, and that helps heat up the greenhouse. You can have a cycle like that. Interesting. But anyway.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I just have a question. Free Nugs, are you drunk?
Phoenix doesn't drink. He hasn't been drinking for years.
I know,
Yeah,
but I'm
that's
reading
also
his
true.
stuff. I'm reading his chats, man. I am lost.
Yeah, he's a little bit high or something, isn't he? Aphids are born pregnant, and their babies even have babies. What?
What?
He says, and their
Aphids
babies
are
even
born
have
grandparent.
babies. Wow, it's like Russian dolls of the
Are
insect
you a
world.
flat earther?
I know,
Stop
right?
talking to me like this.
Ah.
Making my brain hurt, Free Nugs.
Anyway, so speaking of free nugs, we have a question from Free Nugs. Gosh. All right, here we go. First off, fuck your bitch
Fuck your
and the
bitch
click
and
your
the
claim.
click your claim.
I was like,
Just giving you
Sorry.
crap, Free
no,
Nugs.
sorry about that, everybody.
I can't do that now. Every time I hear fair stuff,
You know what I mean? You
I
can't resist.
help it now.
I've been doing it for 20 years, man.
Yeah, man.
I wanted to give a shout out to the community that makes this podcast and live stream the great place that it is. Whether you are posting on Percy's forum, messaging on the High on Hunger on Discord, or just listening in, this one's for you guys. Without you, this community wouldn't be as accepting, caring, and supportive. So shout out to the High on Hunger on community. Very nice there, Free Nugs. Very nice. Thank you, sir. This one is for the outdoor
kissing, but,
growers.
I know, right? Brown nose in tongue.
So for the outdoor growers, what are ways you guys like to manage the pests in your garden? I see some ants here and there. I catch some
Step on 'em.
spider webs about the branches. Ooh.
Get a duster.
But what are some, just answering as we go, but what are some real big things to look out for? Honeydew spots, signs of powdery mildew. What do you look for when you are not wandering the garden and looking at your plants? What kind of tips would you give to outdoor growers on watching for pests and problems? What do you think, Margaret? Because this is obviously something you're doing. You got some outdoor plants. Do you look out
Yeah.
for bugs? What's the score?
I do. I haven't really had too many problems. I had thrips once outside, which is a pain in the ass, but I've been pretty lucky that for the most part they've left my plants alone. But I do. I mean, I'm checking them all the time. So if you're checking on them and
Well,
you see
healthy
something,
plants have healthy immune systems, so it helps fight off the bugs.
well,
as
and also aren't a lot of the terpenes designed to repel pests naturally?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're like, yeah, tell me that when I have fucking spider mites, but
Right? Oh, get a flamethrower.
yeah, but yeah, I would just keep an eye on them, and then if you see something, you can deal with it right away.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, oh my God, this has probably been festering for like a week or something.
Mm-hmm.
But
The
it
best
seems
nutrient for the plants is the shadow of the farmer, as they say.
Yeah, that's probably the best advice. Yeah, is to be vigilant on that.
which
You
is
catch it-
easier to do
catch
if you
it
have
quick
it
and it's
in
easy.
your
Yeah.
garden or yard versus
Yeah.
a gorilla
I
grow.
swear to
of
God,
course,
don't
but-
say that.
Triggered again. John, you're being sensitive today. Are you okay?
I am a little bit.
I remember.
That's all right. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, John, after the
Let's
show. Not
dive
right now.
deeper into this. Please
Yeah,
lay
John.
down on the couch.
But John, it's called a sofa. John,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
triggered. But what do you with your outdoor plants, John? Do you deal with any of that kind of stuff? You're looking out for bugs. Do you see them?
I mean, I'm always looking, and stuff. We didn't our first year was probably the worst year, where we had bug problems actually. We had like 3 autos in the greenhouse, and it seemed like the aphids were super attracted to them. So they were everywhere. So they just got to everywhere. I ended up having to just cut the autos down and basically throw them because they were covered.
Wow.
Like, it was terrible.
Damn.
The next year, we didn't have really a problem. Well, last year, we didn't really have a problem with aphids at all. I seen a couple spider mites, and then all of a sudden they were gone. Like, I feel like outdoor, it kind of handles itself. And this goes back to the whole part we were talking about, pests and compost and whatnot in the last one. Is like, I think it kind of handles itself outside. If that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
you don't, it's not as big of a problem as you think outdoors, in my opinion.
I would agree.
Yeah, I think so as well.
However, I will say, watch, if you have a greenhouse, powdery mildew can happen real bad. I've never seen it on my regular outdoor plants though.
Yeah.
So just look.
Since
Watch
there's
it.
enough airflow going around, you shouldn't see powdery mildew. That should be okay. So just make sure that there's enough space around the plant for air to move around. And when it comes to bugs, you might see some, but that's going to happen. It's outdoors, but it's not going to be enough to kill the plant. It should be okay. It should balance itself out. Once there be a large percentage of aphids gathering, then there should be a shitload of ladybugs who are like, oh, look, that plant there is covered in fucking, we can go eat over there, and then a load of them are going to fly over, and it will balance it out.
I mean, you can even, if you want to pre-game it, you can go ahead and buy some ladybugs and just put them right on your plants. They'll stick around
you
for a
fucking
while.
put one of there, fly off the fuckers.
I was listening to EdTech.
Goodbye.
Listening to EdTech on his, because I don't go outside, but EdTech does, and you guys do. I was listening to EdTech on the last interview, and he said he leaves a little patch at the back of his garden where he doesn't mow the lawn or anything. He just lets it overgrow. And he says all the bugs seem to congregate there because bugs don't like to be fucking messed with, just like we don't, So they find an area that you don't go in, and they will go there. And he says since he's been doing that, he's had a lot less bugs on his outdoor plants because they've got somewhere to go. So stick a few little, attractive plants for aphids and stuff like that in the corner of your garden somewhere, mate. Or just don't cut an area of your garden. And
I mean, as long as they don't live in an HOA.
Well, this is it. And as long as Macky's not ahead of that HOA, you'll be able to do what you want. But
hey, somebody has to be that guy, man. Jesus.
Yeah. Mackie, you can't build a square building in Minecraft, even though everything's square.
Bro, we're not getting into this discussion. We fucking had to. That was not a square building. It was a fucking monstrosity. We're all there building nice things. And we see
that sounds HOA-ish for sure.
It was like an HOA.
You wasn't there, Margaret. You wasn't there.
Margaret, it was a build in progress. I just didn't get a chance to progress it.
He went squirrel. Squirrel.
So,
anyway,
yeah.
Hope that helps there, Freenox. P. River Pothead asks, and this is an interesting
I like
one.
that
Hello,
name.
everyone. Obviously, we reuse Grove-style bags, but do you know how long they are good for, and do you clean yours in between uses? Thanks, gang. Have a great Sunday. Nice. See that, Freenox?
See that, Freenox? Yeah.
Nice.
I was going to say.
Just saying.
Direct to the point.
Yeah, and I never thought about this before. I thought you could just reuse Grove bags over and over again. But to be fair, that sticky THC sometimes might clog the pores in the bag. Should you clean Grove bags?
I guess I've never done it. I reuse them all the time.
Yeah, and mine have always been fine.
The cloth bags? Like the fabric?
No, they're like a certain plastic that's breathable.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I would probably reuse them.
I haven't really cleaned them.
I probably wouldn't clean them either. What are you cleaning out the dirt to put in more dirt?
Well, like alcohol
or soil.
No,
soil?
it's not.
Yeah.
No. This is for curing and stuff.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, Grove bags, yeah, for curing buds, yeah.
Right. Okay.
I've never cleaned mine.
But yeah, I think Tom mentioned it there. Just you could, if you needed to clean them, if it got too sticky, then some isopropyl alcohol, wipe that shit down, and then let it dry, obviously, and you should be good to go again. But I don't know, Grove bags ain't really that expensive. They're like $5 a piece or something. Not massively expensive, are
depending on the size and what have you. And there's many different ones out there now.
£1 a piece. I think I I got
The
10
only
for
time
10
to
or something
throw
stupid
them
like
away
that.
is when the seal strip rips from
Mhm.
the bag.
Yeah,
You know?
that's what I think. It's like a Ziploc bag basically, and when the
Yeah.
Ziploc goes, then it's time to get a new one. As
Yeah.
far as cleaning it's concerned, I don't know.
I don't.
I don't know. I don't,
No.
and I don't see the need to. You know,
No, it should be fine, man. Should be fine.
should be.
I don't think there's any need to either.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So don't clean
Yep.
them
Unless
and
it's
replace them
fucking
when the
5
zipper
years
thing's
old or something
Yeah.
garbage.
stupid. And
Yeah.
There you go.
But if you
That's
feel
pretty
as if
simple.
it's got too old, replace it.
Mm.
But if
Yeah.
you don't think it's got too old, it'll be fine. It'll be all right.
And also on this note, I haven't really noticed any, and maybe this is where he was going with it. I haven't noticed any like degradation of the bag, like
Yeah.
for the
Mhm.
curing process. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not like, oh, it's taken me 4 weeks to actually get this cured or stable
Mm-hmm.
compared to it was 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I've
Everything
never
I've put
noticed that
into a
either.
grove bag has dried pretty much, well, cured pretty much the same as
Yeah.
everything else. You know, depending on, I think I've got one grove bag's had 4 or 5 different crops through it. You know,
Yeah.
and it's
Mhm.
exactly the same.
It's
And
fine. Isn't
I
it? Yeah.
I only use grove bags when I've got an excess. So
Yeah.
I either use jars
over.
first,
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and then if I've got an excess and I'm run out of jars, I'll use my grove bags then. So maybe use them as an accompaniment rather than an actual thing. But if you're using them as an actual thing, just
Problem is I can't afford a big enough jar.
Oh my God, glass has gotten so expensive. It's crazy.
Yeah.
well, that's
Yeah.
it's
Like
not
I have a
s-
shit
Yeah.
ton
so
of
bad
2-liter
here.
jars, but like
Yeah.
some of my grows ain't gonna fit in all that.
It cost me like £1.50 for a 2 litre Kilner sort of jar where I'm at. Really quite cheap.
Yeah, I don't remember what they are here. I haven't bought any
I
in a
went
while,
to
but I
buy
know they're
some
more.
like the Mason style jars, I
Mm.
think
Yep.
last year, at a local store, and I was shocked at how expensive they were. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I guess I'm not doing that. So save your spaghetti sauce jars or something.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They're not big enough though, but if you have a million of them,
We're very lucky to
Well,
have.
that's what I mean. Like,
yeah. And then you're burping like 500 jars, but whatever.
yeah, not doing it. That's why I went away from jars, was the burping
Yeah.
and having so many jars.
Have
Man.
you not?
Yeah.
You've got like dollar stores and that lot. Do they not do mason jars in the dollar store? Or anything
You
like
don't
that?
want to
'Cause we've
buy
got
those
Not
ones.
that size.
we've got like cut price stores here. One of them's called Boise's, and that does all the Kilner, Mason, and all that sort of stuff jars. And like I said, the 1 litre Mason jars are £1.50 to £2. Very fucking cheap.
I mean, that's a lot when you're buying like.
Well, no, it's
20 of
not
them.
because well, yeah, if you're getting
Yeah.
20 of them, yeah, fair play. But the thing is, how long are those 20 going to last? Going to last you a lot more than 20 grove bags.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
They're
it
only
would.
just a little bit more expensive, you know.
Anything to add to this one,
Hmm.
Billy?
No, not really.
Okay.
Carry on.
No.
Right.
Carry on.
Right
Move
on.
on.
You'll keep
It's
your
just
stuff in
e-
jars, right? Though.
It's just eager
Yeah, all
to
my
read
stuff's
out.
in jars.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
I like
And Billy
growth
don't
bags.
use.
They're good.
I don't really
Yeah,
use
I
growth
do too.
bags. So yeah.
Right then. So for the next question, we have Mrs. Balm sending in. Hopefully, we made the cutoff point for the show. You obviously did. Adam is. Well, I say obviously
As I
did.
say, Adam
I just
Mom's missus, mustn't it?
yeah. I just saw this at the last minute. I was like, gotta put Adam Bomb's question in. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh,
Adam is
okay,
driving,
okay.
so I'm asking the question for Adam. Question.
Mm-hmm.
After hearing what John's cannabis tree, after hearing about John's cannabis tree and yielding £9, he was wondering if you weigh your harvest wet or dry.
So that wasn't one tree. That was the 3 trees.
Right.
So let's get that out of the way. It wasn't like
Right.
one giant tree.
It was £3 a tree though.
The biggest one was like 3.5 pounds, and that was dry, and that did not include the trim.
Wow.
Jeez.
That's a
So
healthy
buds
yield.
only.
And that
No,
went, yeah, that
no
was
stalk
buds
stems
only.
and shit. You
Right,
just
ma-
whack the
and-
whole plant on some scales. Give it. Yeah, I got £9 out of this one.
Yep.
I was going to say,
And
so
I
maybe
think-
£9 wet with all leaf on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Just,
But
literally, it's
we
just
probably
chopped
had
it and then
like-
hung it. You know.
Yeah. And that went through. We did that with a bull trimmer. We didn't hand trim all that shit because that would have been
Damn.
forget about it.
Mm.
So a bull trimmer has a tendency to eat up quite a bit too. So like, I think in the end of all of it, we had probably around 7 pounds of trim.
Damn.
That's
How
right.
much
They
trim? Sorry?
make a lot of hash.
Like
from that.
7 pounds of trim. So
Damn.
like, and that's after taking off all of the excess leaves. You know, that's only like either bud that got chopped up or like sugar leaf and stuff.
It's a lot of hash.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Oh,
it's a
God,
lot
you
of
could do it.
concentrate.
A lot of
You could
concentrate.
do a lot of stuff with
Mhm.
that trim. Yeah.
Yeah,
Make hash and
Yeah.
then make concentrates.
yeah,
And make some topicals too.
yeah.
That's,
But yeah, dry. I always
nice
weigh
harvest.
dry. I never weigh anything
Mhm.
wet because I don't want to be super disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the
I mean,
same.
woo! I got a pound and a half. Woo! I got 4 ounces.
Mhm.
Like,
That's it, man. So these new growers, they're on their first harvest. They hang everything up in the dark. Like, oh yeah, this is gonna be back the next day. Like, where
And
the
it's
fuck
shrunk.
did all my
Yeah,
weed
yeah.
What the
go?
hell happened?
You know?
Yeah, where's the plant gone, man?
Shit, I've been
Shriveled
there.
up
I've been there
smaller
like,
than
this
Auntie's
is not
cock.
right. What the fuck?
yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's the second worst kind of shrinkage. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
The
so
mushrooms
from
I
are the
mean,
first one,
sometimes you
right?
do put it in cold
Yeah, of
water,
course,
you know
of
what I mean?
course.
But
That's- So we have one from Lobby Lobster. He's out on his travels. His Lobby Lobster. He said, "Hello, Lobby the Lobster here, reporting from sunny Mallorca. Just a quick question: what city is your favorite place to go on holiday to? That's vacation for you guys across the pond. I have looked into social clubs here, and it's over side of the island. And it's the other side of the island, so I'm hoping to find a semi-decent lucky man, or it's a forced tea break for the crustacean.
oh boy.
Mine,
Just get a
the
taxi.
dam, it's so easy. Also, John, why hasn't the States got into consumption lounges and from the tourist angle? Oh no, we'll handle the first one first. What's the first favorite
Yep.
place to visit? I don't know, man.
Amsterdam
Nah,
or Gran Canaria.
Yeah,
I don't go anywhere.
I've never been to the dam, so I don't know. I've been to Mexico a couple of times. That was great.
I like
Yes.
Amsterdam
Love
for a
that.
short
Doing it.
break, but as far as holidays concerned, Cornwall. I love
if the
Cornwall.
weather's nice.
Beautiful place. Well, yeah, you go when
You
it.
know-
Yeah, like the 5 days a year when the weather's nice. Yeah, that was last week, so you've missed that, mate.
That's it, innit?
Fucking
That's the
God.
What's
problem.
that now,
That's
mate?
it.
The problem.
Yeah.
I don't know,
But
man.
no, if you get the time of year right, Cornwall's beautiful.
Well,
and
what it
you can
is, you
go
need to
whenever
get a
the sun
heads up
needs.
from someone that lives there. They go, right, these are the 5 days you have to leave today, otherwise you're fucked. Like, but it's like
Yeah.
drop everything and run to Cornwall sort of thing. If someone can do that for
Mhm.
you, then it's all right. But apart from that, it's hard to time it.
Yeah.
It is
but when
really
it comes to
just
this,
pure luck.
he said he's looked into social clubs.
Get a
on the other side
taxi,
of the
man.
island.
Get a taxi
Yeah,
or get
yeah.
a bus. Buses are really cheap. Just make it a day trip across the other side of the island. You get to see a different part of the island. Join the tourist club, buy a load of weed, come back.
Yeah.
Sorted. I've done that loads of times in all the islands.
Don't go
across,
to the
like,
Lucky Man.
ways, so-
Don't do
Don't
that.
go to the Lucky Man. You're just going to
the
spend
Lucky
because there's
Man
more
will be
money
bullshit.
with him than you would on a taxi and buying some weed there, man. And you get a day out
Yeah.
in
Right.
somewhere different, innit? So that's what I'd do.
And they're not all legit either.
No, it's not like
Mhm.
Amsterdam where, if you sell bad weed or pills, the police arrest you for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
Where, which is crazy to think about, but yeah, Amsterdam. It's even the lucky men had decent weed and pills because otherwise they'd be getting
Yeah.
fucked. But not so much in Spain.
And John, what about the tourism angle thing? Why haven't the USA started the
Yeah.
fucking consumption?
I don't
Yeah,
lounges?
John.
It's federally
John.
illegal, innit?
Yeah.
So they can't.
that's
So you
part of
can't
it.
pay money or taxes to the feds. Then that's drug money. You get done. Yeah, you
I
get
mean,
shut down for then selling and having taken.
I
'cause
feel
you
like
can't pay tax.
some places have started to do this. I think we've
Like
done a couple
California has
stories.
lounges.
But
California,
would they have a
York,
license?
I
So if you know what I
feel.
mean, there's specific licensing, isn't it? So that's what it's
Yeah.
down to. Yeah. So
Yep,
because
yep,
of the
you have
federal
to have
laws,
licensing.
literally, yeah, it's
But
all wank.
in general, I feel like they don't want it to happen because they
course they
don't want
don't.
people congregating. You know what I mean? To do that.
They don't want to show people that there's another way of doing it as well, because then
Right.
people who smoke cannabis and get together tend to talk a bit more about politics.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I mean,
And they don't
for-
really
for
like
chance.
that. Yeah, so you become a bit more proactive in politics, and then you want to change things.
Mhm.
And they don't like people who want to change things. So that does a
Yeah.
knock-on effect. If you know what I mean, there's lots of reasons why they wouldn't want people consuming together. It's like,
Mhm.
why do they
Right.
want friendly-minded people coming together and being friendly-minded? That's not good
Exactly.
for
You've
their
got less of
angle.
a draw and more of a pain in
Yeah,
their ass.
exactly.
Or
You're
go
not
down to
an
the local
NPC
bar,
then.
start a fight, and drive off
Exactly. Yeah.
drunk. No
Totally. You're an
problem.
yeah, exactly. You're an NPC. You would have forgot everything you talked about.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Remember?
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. When
Oh,
you're
yeah,
stoned, you don't forget about it. You follow it on. There's a difference. So, yep. But that's just my opinion.
Mhm.
Don't listen to me. I'm just some stupid, degenerate
And
stoner.
you know,
So,
the
I
forced
know.
tea break, not so bad really when you're out in Mallorca, mate. Enjoy your holiday. You know,
That's
maybe you
Yes,
don't
it.
need
A
to.
For
tea break's a
sure.
lot
Do it
easier when
later.
you got things to fill your
Mhm.
day up with, like your
Tea break's a
family
lot
and
easier
seeing
next to the
different
fucking
sights.
pool.
So
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
like I say, taxi day out
Yeah, that'd be the best result.
sorted.
Mm-hmm. Right, so last one then from Firetop. We have afternoon. All my questions for tonight's show. What makes some strains so expensive? Is it rarity, breeders, marketing price, or the hype behind the name? Keep it popping on. I think it's a
Yes.
section of
Greed.
all of those.
Yeah.
Pure greed.
Yeah, it's kind of all of
Yeah.
it.
Hype
I
for
mean,
me.
I don't know. It's
Well,
not
all of
necessarily
it.
greed.
Yeah.
It's because the thing is, supply and demand works with this kind of stuff. It's like Marcus with not Marcus, Marco with his Divine
Marco.
Pine. Remember
Mhm.
that strain
Yeah.
that he had? He won awards with that shit. He hasn't got a lot of those beans, but a lot of people want to grow it. So he can charge what he doesn't, but he could if he wanted to charge $50 a bean. And if you don't want it,
Mm-hmm.
don't buy it. But if
You
you
don't
do
buy
want
it,
it,
yeah.
then you'll pay that money for the seed. So that's part of it. But when a
Yeah,
breeder's got
yeah.
loads of seeds, then they're able, if they've got hundreds of thousands of seeds, then they're able to substantially reduce the price. So that's one
Yeah.
thing. Rarity definitely plays into account. Then breeders as well, of course, because you mentioned breeders. That's for somebody who hasn't bred before and has no reputation. He's not going to be able to sell fucking beans for a ridiculous amount
A
of
shit
money
ton of money.
because
Yeah.
people are
Don't
like, I
stop
don't know
some of
what's
them,
going.
though, does it?
Yeah, it doesn't stop some of them. Indeed, it doesn't. Yeah.
Right.
But if you got a refutable breeder, like Big Buddha or Dutch Passion, these guys who go out and put in shitloads of research into their strains before it gets released, then yeah, you're gonna pay more money for that because research takes money as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They've
Mhm.
spent a lot of money to make the strain good in the first place. Then of course the hype, but that goes into the supply and demand thing because there's a hype. Everybody wants it, so you're able to keep the price higher. You saying, John?
The other thing that he didn't mention is going to be potency. I feel like every dispensary I've gone into, anything that has a higher potency is usually more expensive. But I mean, and this is just, one thing. Like, think about like clones, man. Clones are out of control sometimes price wise. But it's because, and that is because I feel more rarity and stuff too.
Yeah. Just the standard rules, man. Supply and demand, it affects everything.
Yeah.
How much demand is there versus how much supply is there, and then the price will be adjusted accordingly.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I mean? But yeah,
I think a lot of I think on the legacy market, it's a lot of hype. In the medical and like the market, like the legal sort of market, when you're buying beans and stuff like that. I think it's less hype and more, as you said, Macky, people that have been through years and years of doing it, and not just that, but have won awards doing it. If I'm going to look at say, for instance, Stardog or Divine Pine, Marco's Divine Pine, then I'd probably get the Divine Pine. You know what I'm saying? Because it's got that reputation, it's won this and won that. Whereas Stardog has only got the reputation of hype throughout the legacy market, as far as I'm concerned. And I've had loads of different strains of weed that are just as good as Stardog, if not better. So
yeah,
and just from not just from Barney's Farm, but from like a lot of Barney's Farm stuff I've found is.
I have a tendency to stay away from all the hype strains.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I feel like it's tainted.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I know what you mean there. I might try them once, but just one seed or something. But I wouldn't want to think I'm going to grow loads of them and let it take over my grow, sort of thing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I think the only hyped strain I've bought from, as far as seeds wise, is Super Boof, because it was like, oh, look at this, it's 32%.
I've
THC.
mostly used Amsterdam for that reason, if you know what I mean. So
But yeah,
go and
we go to
test
Amsterdam and
the
test them
hype
there, yeah.
strains out there. Yeah, that's the best
Yeah.
way, I think, is test the hype. And you're like, yeah, that's just as good as that, which ain't that great. If it's still only a 7 or an 8 out of 10 when everyone's giving it, it's a 12. Like, and you're like, nah.
Sweet. So I hope that helps you out there. Fire Top gives you some kind of idea of how that shit works. But we do have a text from Dave as well, right?
Yeah, he sent a few texts actually because like I was away last week, so he sent a few. I might only read one out or two. Anyway, basically he said he sent a little note. He said, on quiet nights I like to sit in my socks and watch my wedding video backwards. It's great because it has a happy ending, not because I've had a sock sort of type happy ending, but because at the end I get to walk out of church a free man. Cheers, Dave.
Oh my goodness.
Thanks, Dave.
Sorry, Dave. Also, he said on another note, he said he seen an advert that reminded him of Macky and Smee. Here's a Skittles Pride Month advert. He had two men squirting Skittles in each other's mouth, saying "Taste the rainbow" slogan while they're mouthing it to each other. He said he's sure they've got a different version though. Right, so that's cheers, Dave. Again. Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
So he also said Toy Story 5's coming out soon. Like it's a new Disney production. He said like allegedly they've got some new character they've introduced. It's called Where Did They Touch You, Bear? His accessory is a reach around glove, like saying uncle written on it. Like apparently in the credits as well, he said like no children were harmed in the making of these credits. So, he don't mention the film though. It also says it was sponsored by the Little St James Pizza Club and the redacted list of Hollywood Stars Foundation.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Cheers, Dave.
Thanks,
for the
Dave.
information.
Dave was on one.
Cheers, Dave.
Thanks,
yeah, Dave was
Dave.
on one. Yeah, cheers, Dave.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Dave's been on the same Coke Billy as.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh dear.
Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
That was hilarious.
I thought the Little St James Pizza Club was quite funny.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. It's sponsored by Little
Especially
St.
when you
James
heard Macky go, oh
Yeah.
no, straight after you said it.
Jesus. If anybody doesn't know the
Holy.
reference, don't Google it. Stay in.
No, you'll have the feds,
Stay
you'll have
innocent.
Agent
Yeah.
Steve round your house.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
But there we go.
bloody-
Thanks for the questions, everybody. I think with that, it is time to go on to the outro. Are we ready?
Hell yeah.
Yes. Do
Let's
it,
do it.
lady.
Got no choice, have we, really?
Honestly, we don't.
The music's playing. Gosh, you're all so unprofessional all the time.
Like a
We don't know if you
dictatorship,
mute us or not during those points.
I
or
know,
not.
right?
No.
We never know what
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
doing anymore. We just
Yeah.
talk.
All right, I'll be like, we're going to the outro. You are not on mute. Is that what I should do?
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe.
What we
mean,
eating
if you feel
today,
like
and
we
what we
need
got, Margaret? What are you going to
micromanaging.
have after the show?
Thinking some barbecue.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What's
Nice
going on the
out.
Very
barbecue?
nice. Very
I
nice.
haven't even decided yet. I'm just thinking it's nice enough to have one.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Shooting from the hip, Margaret.
Oh yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Holy.
To be able
What
to
you having, John?
improvise.
I have no clue. I haven't even thought about it. I've been too busy. The show was important today. Had to mow.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
I do.
I just was shampooing of the carpet.
What are you saying?
And you
Smee?
put, like-
Jesus bloody. I'm gonna have steak.
Okay.
I'm gonna have
On
steak
the grill or just.
on the grill. Yep.
What
on
can
the grill.
Are you sure you're not like a millionaire or something? Because you've been posting fucking steak and all kinds of shit on your grill. And I'm thinking, do
Yeah,
you have a
nobody here can
cow?
afford
No,
steak
like
anymore.
I said, the butcher
Yeah.
I go to, it's that cheap £22 for a kilogram of sirloin.
I don't know what that even fucking means.
A lot of meat for cheap. So
I mean, so we're talking $35 for 2 pounds of steak,
Yeah,
what's the
that's
key?
about right.
2.2 pounds of steak.
Yeah.
Is that, yeah.
Eh,
I mean, okay.
And there's
okay.
only me and my son that eats steak in this house because my missus doesn't eat red meat because of his
Wow.
kidney stone.
Okay.
So if
Okay.
I get a kilogram of steak, it can last me 4 meals.
2 days, 3.
Yeah.
She
That's
just
what I'm
eats
saying.
white meat then.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
That's right, mate. Yep, no dark meat.
Jesus.
For,
Quickly moving on from that.
chicken.
What are you
and
having, Billy? What are you having?
I'm having pudding again. I had dinner before I started. I had like
Oh,
mashed
cool.
potato with some fish.
I don't think those two things go together.
What, mashed potato and fish?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
What, really buttery
Doesn't
potato?
sound right.
Like potatoes? Then you're mad then, ain't you? Don't sound right.
No, I'm not.
You're out of control, John. Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody
Well,
has
why
fish
saying
and mashed
potatoes?
potatoes here.
Why not? They have chips. So why do you not have mashed
Yeah,
potatoes?
chips.
Chips are just mashed potatoes, just chips mashed up before you, isn't it? So instead of mashing them up in your mouth and
No, they're
swallowing
not.
them, they're
No, they're
pre-mashed.
not. How do you not know how a French fry is made?
Well, no, because I didn't say French fries; they're chips. They're not, that's
Same
not a French
shit.
fry. No, it's not though.
Even if
Here-
it's
here
a
we go
sliced
again.
steak
The
fry.
Americans don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, steak fries. They
Oh,
know. Yeah, even then, it's not a steak fry because they're like chips from the chippy type chips.
Yes, but
Yeah.
you made it sound like you take and mash potatoes, then form them into the shape of that, and
No,
then you fry it. What the hell is wrong with you?
no.
It's
Loads
not
of
a mashed
things.
potato.
Ask me that
Anyway.
question. We'll be all night.
What are
Jim.
you
Anyway.
having, Macky?
Yeah, Macky, what are you
Yeah,
having?
I'm having chili.
Oh, sounds good.
That's right.
Sounds good.
I want some chili, actually.
Not
Yeah.
red
Right.
kebab.
I hope it's nice
Actually
and
sounds
spicy.
great.
Yeah,
What?
we had that yesterday.
Spicy camel cock.
Sundays. That's what we have. Remember spicy Sundays? I have the spicy
Yeah.
food
Oh
on
yeah,
Sunday.
yeah,
And chili is on the menu today. Chili and rice. Hopefully minimal rice. The missus,
yeah. Okay.
she tries to make me eat as much rice as possible because, you know.
Rice is good for you.
Less rice, more
yeah, of course it
chili.
is, but it doesn't. That's right. But she'll mix
You're
the
speaking
rice in
Mandarin.
with the chili to make sure that I eat enough fucking rice. Jesus.
Mm.
I mean, that would kind of
Otherwise, I
be
would
like
just leave it at the bottom of the
a
bowl because I do that.
Cajun thing. What do they call that? Can't remember.
Cajun
Okay.
chicken, Cajun steak.
Yeah.
Cajun-
I don't know, but
Everybody
I'm
go and
hungry
have
now.
some food.
Lamb.
Yeah.
I
that's
will.
Right.
Thank
Let's go
you.
have some
Do
food.
it. Do it. Do it.
Good show, everybody. Good show.
Woo!
Don't forget to watch that tune and pay some homage to the people who have come before us who sacrificed their lives so we could have steak and stuff.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I'm having
It
as
was free.
Firetops just said, no traditional Sunday dinner. What's happening to this country? And it's like, I'm having as close to a traditional as you can, but it's summer, mate. You know, so having roast beef,
Yeah,
Yorkshire
what's wrong with
pudding, and all that
barbecue?
lot is a bit
Yeah.
whoa at this time.
Can have
However,
Sunday dinner any day of the week. That's what I do.
That's right.
And this is it. This is it. Every day's a Sunday.
Yeah. Why do we got to be
Bring roast
limited?
beef.
Mhm.
Yep, yep.
You know what I mean?
Well,
And definitely
the
no
intro
onions.
music has
free-
started.
fire
And I
no-
know if I don't
free-
cut Smee off, it'll talk for fucking hours.
That's right.
Yeah, go on, cut him off.
Let's wait. Let's wave.
Bye.
Fade in the music.
We're waving bye,
Everybody
everybody.
say goodbye, but not to Smee
Wave
because then he won't
you're a
stop.
spaz.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh yeah, and just one more.
Go.